Leads the series 23-17 over Johnston, but the Dragons have won 7 out of the last 8 matchups with Dowling and 10 of the last 12. And again, last year the two teams split. Dowling winning here and snapping Johnston's 44-game winning streak, 62-48 here at the Dowling gym last year, while Johnston won at Johnston last year 55-39 in the first matchup. And then earlier this year it was Johnston defeating Dowling by 12, 65-53. So those are some of the numbers that come into play, and tonight it's going to be interesting to see the matchups. Will we see anything different, Scott, in your mind? Both teams play man-to-man, but both teams can play a little zone. A lot of teams play zone like out-of-bounds plays
right
under your own under the opposing team's basket. Will we see anything like that tonight, and maybe some full-court trapping or maybe some trapping in general? Your thoughts?
I think Johnston, you're not going to see Dowling jump to zone. I think they start to break out in hives if you say the word zone around them. But we haven't seen Dowling jump to zone. I believe that Johnston, maybe out of end of quarters or timeouts or beginning, they'll try some trapping stuff that you have to be prepared for. But again, they're a man-to-man team, and they want to get out and run, and they just take that challenge and go. One of the biggest matchups difference, I think, that really favored Johnston last time was the post matchup. Amani Jenkins, who transferred in this year, the big, strong 6'1" post player, really dominated the game. 15 points, 14 rebounds, a lot of and-one opportunities, and she's just really strong inside. She got into Ellie Muller physically, and what happens, Ellie has a good job. She does a good job of blocking shots, but she usually has space to close and not foul. In that game, Jenkins got into her a little bit more, and so in the contact, she was coming down on the ball and getting fouls that way, and that really limited her effectiveness. And so that's a big matchup tonight, I think.
Well, we mentioned Johnston's lineup. Aaliyah Riley headed to Northwest Missouri State, a senior and a starter at 5'9". Eileen Tankey, a senior for Johnston, a 5'11", headed to Iowa State. You mentioned Amani Jenkins, just a junior, but she's already headed to or verbally committed to Marquette. Then you have this outstanding young lady who we heard about last year as a freshman, Jenica Lewis. At one time, 38 Division I offers on the table for the 5'10" sophomore Lewis. And the last player is Jalea Knitz, 5'6" sophomore, pretty steady, averaging 9 points, one of the team leaders in assists. So that's the starting five for Johnston. They'll go to their bench. Isabella Balsley, who I think gives them a great spark off the bench, a 5'6" senior, is one of the leaders in steals for the Dragons. And then Ari Phillips, her twin is Dea Phillips, but Ari gets most of the playing time. She's one of the leaders in block shots. She's a 5'8" sophomore, or 5'8" freshman, that'll come in. And finally off the bench for Johnston, Avery Ryan, 5'11" senior, one of the leaders in steals. So when I'm looking at Johnston, they go to their bench, they might not get offense, but you're going to get some sound defense for whatever it takes for that starter to get back on the floor and give out points. That is what Chad Jellick has developed with Johnston.
The effort doesn't change at all. I mean, again, they have enough scoring that they can afford to bring people off the bench that don't score. They're just a good powerhouse here in the state of Iowa. You know, in the first game, I really thought you had to say Aaliyah Riley's name a lot in that game. She just made things happen. She's quick on defense, quick hands, quickness, gets to the basket. She doesn't shoot a lot of threes, and she doesn't make a lot of threes. But, man, she dominates with her quickness, and that's another thing. I mean, Dowling is going to have to try to make Johnston take the ball out of the basket. So that's why you need good possessions. Again, they want to run, but you better put that ball in the basket because Johnston comes right back at you quickly.
And Dowling, of course, dressing one senior, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. And the Maroons have to find a way, as they're going to be out experienced, but to defend and stay with this Johnston team. They've done it, but it's all it takes is 1 or 2 lulls in the game. Ava Zedeker, obviously that's where Johnston's attention is going to be. She leads Dowling in points, assists, steals, and free throw percentage. So you want to see her get to the free throw line. She also leads the team with Katie Muller with 33 made threes. So that's one thing. Ellie Olson, whoever's guarding her, they're going to let her stay out beyond the arc. They're not going to come out, so that's going to clog up the middle. And I think Ellie's got to find a way to get a shot off in this contest, along with Ellie Muller being a post presence inside for the Maroons.
Right, and that's why usually your transition offense is so much more effective so you don't have those gaps on the offensive end. You know, they obviously put a lot of attention towards Ava Zedeker. And even last time we were talking how it looked like when Ava looked up with the ball at Johnston, she had the girl guarding her, and it looked like the help defense had three across walled up, so even if she went to drive. So people have to open up. People have to show their jersey to Ava so they can move the ball to her, to them, and get easy baskets. They're going to have to get more balance tonight. If it all relies on Ava, it could be a long game that way.
That's true. Katie Muller has shot the ball well most of the year. She can get red hot, and she and Layla Tritton are the wing shooters for Dowling when Zedeker isn't dribble penetrating, but she can also shoot from the outside. So those are some of the things to look for. Of course, Dowling's rotation with their bench. Macy Harden comes in, and she's usually good for a couple threes a game because they're going to let her shoot. And we've seen Kaylee Klein come in, the freshman, at times, and she's getting her confidence. But the Maroons are going to have to rely on a little bit what bench they have. They're going to have to rely on them tonight.
And we've talked a lot about Johnston. They're very good. That does not mean Dowling can't come in here and compete and pull this upset off tonight. They're very capable of it. They have the players. They have the shooters. They have the ability to play the defense and slow Johnston down enough to make this a game and an upset victory tonight.
We're going to take a 1-minute break here on Iowa Catholic Radio. You're listening to the pregame show. It's Dowling hosting Johnston in a girl-boy doubleheader here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. My name is Mark Amadale, alongside Scott Babinett, and Brian Sweeney is our studio producer tonight. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with starting lineups between Johnston and Dowling, the girls' game here at the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
It's the DeArmond Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale. Let's get through our starting lineups tonight as both teams will be introduced by our PA announcer, Denny O'Grady, here at the Dowling Gym. Scott, this is one of the few nights we're going to be here because I know we have one boys game here. That'll be against Lincoln in February. Our last girl-boy doubleheader at home with Dowling will be against Urbandale, and that'll be the night that they recognize the 50 years of Dowling girls basketball. So we're not going to be in this gym much, maybe a little bit in the postseason, but for regular season, our doubleheaders are about done.
Yeah, I think we'll be back for the postseason here. But it's it's going to be good because you're ramping up the challenges of this league on the road. Hopefully, there's big crowds there that you have to play in front of, and you have to execute. And that forces it. Home sometimes you get a little relaxed and feel good about it. You get some adversity and get that out of the way before you get to the playoffs.
And we want to welcome a couple more sponsors to our Iowa Catholic Radio broadcast. They include Fast Signs, a custom sign and visual solutions company. Learn more at fastsigns.com. And Blessman International. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip. BlessmanInternational.org. We want to welcome aboard to those fine sponsors and underwriters of Iowa Catholic Radio. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the undefeated Johnston Dragons. The Johnston girls are coached by Chad Jellick in his 13th year, 229 wins, 54 losses. Overall, he's coached 16 years. He had 3 years at Mason City High School. And he's assisted by Mark Hine, Brad Buchan, Jenny Cook, Christine Wolford, and Kinsey Jellick. As the Dragons will start this lineup at one guard, Jenica Lewis. She is the point guard, a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 12.5 points, 3 rebounds. She'll wear number 10 and one of the captains. The other guard is Jalea Knitz, a 5'6 sophomore, averaging 9 points. She'll wear number 23. At one forward, Aliyah Riley, a 5'9 senior, averaging 8.5 points. Aliyah will wear number 22. And at one forward, Eiley Tankey, 5'11 senior, Iowa State commit. She averages 15 points, 7.5 rebounds. Tankey leads the team with 37 made threes. She'll wear number 30. And at center, Amani Jenkins, a 6'1 junior, averaging 14 points, 6.5 rebounds. So it'll be Lewis, Riley, Knitz, Tankey, and Jenkins, a 5 on the floor for Johnston. Avery Ryan, 5'11 senior, will come off the bench, along with Ari Phillips, a 5'8 freshman, off the bench, and Isabella Balsley off the bench for the Dragons, who come in averaging just under 75 points on offense and give up just under 45 points on defense. The Dragons have won 13 in a row and 21 of their last 22 ball games. Their last loss was to Dowling 1 year ago tomorrow, which snapped the 44-game winning streak. Did I get that in enough here in the pregame,
I think
Scott?
you did.
We'll make sure it's covered.
So what you're saying is it can be 2 wins in the same year if Dowling pulls this off, right?
Well, it's last chance until next time these two teams will meet, I'm guessing would be in the state tournament because they'd be in opposite regions. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for Dowling. The Maroons come in ranked 3rd. Johnston coming in ranked 1st. Dowling's record is 10-3. The head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 8th year. 135 wins, 52 losses, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. They will start this lineup at point guard and captain Ava Zediker, a 5'10 junior, averaging 19 points, 4.5 assists, and 22 steals on the year. She leads the team in all those categories and is a co-leader in 33 with 33 made threes. Zediker will wear number 13. The other guard and captain is Layla Tritton, a 5'8 junior, averaging 8.5 points. She'll wear number 15. The other guard is Katie Moeller, a 5'11 freshman, averaging just under 11 points, 3 rebounds, and she'll wear number 11. At one forward, Ellie Olson, a 5'10 junior. She wears number 5. And at center, Ellie Moeller, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging just under 13 points and 10 rebounds. She'll wear number 23. And off the bench for Dowling will be Macy Harden. Maroons come in averaging just under 59 points on offense and give up just under 47 on defense. We're going to take a break and come back to the tip-off between Dowling Catholic and Johnston. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network as we simulcast with CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, Get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just...
Here in West Des Moines, as we get set for girls and boys high school basketball tonight here on most of these Iowa Catholic Radio Network stations. And we also want to welcome in our group from the Central Iowa Sports Network. They are live streaming tonight's game, our audio and their video. It sounds like a great combination, Scott Babinett.
So, especially since I have the face for radio.
Yeah, indeed.
Just go ahead and throw it in there, Shellmeyer. That's my briefcase, you know.
Well, we got the officials now in our suitcase because they're putting all their clothes in there, and it must look clean enough that they'll do that. So it happens, but yeah, we got CISN here tonight. Pete Tarpey in that group, the producer Jose Guzman, Aaron Bandy, and Drew Reinhardt, our camera operators. So we want to welcome them in this co-produced deal.
Good group up there.
Brian Sweeney for Iowa Catholic Radio back in the studio. Appreciate Brian. He's the guy that cuts the checks, by the way. So
okay.
be kind, Scott, to him. And we're underway. Dowling wins a tip. Ellie Moeller jumping it up against Amani Jenkins. Dowling going right to left on your screen and in front of us towards the south basket here at Dowling Catholic High School. We've got an illegal screen on the Maroons, and they're going to get Katie Moeller with the illegal screen. So that's not a good start for Dowling. Maroons are in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers and letters. Johnston in their visiting and dark black uniforms, purple trim, and with the white borders on the numbers. Both teams open up with man-to-man defense. This is Johnston's first possession on the offensive side. Aaliyah Riley now top of the key. Gets it to Jenica Lewis. Riley on the baseline. Gets it over in the corner. That's Knitz with it. Back out to Lewis. Dowling stays man-to-man. Lewis has Ellie Moeller guarding her. 5 on the shot clock. She'll launch the 3. Lewis hits the 3. Jenica Lewis with her 31st made 3. Hit it from the right wing. 3-0 Johnston.
Definitely the bank was open there.
And waited till the shot clock got down under 5 to hit it. So the Maroons now with their second possession after they had the turnover on their first possession with the foul on Dowling and Moeller. And now here's a pass. It's stolen away by Johnston. This is Aaliyah Riley down court. Her shot up, partially blocked, and blocked by Ava Zediker. The other way we go with Dowling with the ball. Zediker with it underneath, and a layup off the glass. Good. A nice cut to the basket by Ellie Olson, who scored on the pass from Zediker.
And they needed that in transition there. And now they can get back and set up that first possession, even though Lewis hit a great shot. I mean, great players are going to hit those shots at the end. Good defensive possession so far.
3-2. Number 1 Johnston leading number 3 Dowling underneath. A shot off the glass, too strong. No good by Amani Jenkins. Amani, the transfer from Des Moines North this year. Rebound Dowling underneath Zediker. Her shot up and no good. Rebound Johnston. Outlet pass goes to Knitz. Underneath, layup up and off the rim, no good. Rebound Ellie Moeller and Dowling. So now all of a sudden the lid's on the basket.
Yeah, I mean, the pace is good, though.
2 minutes gone, and it's 3-2 Dowling. Underneath, and now an offensive foul called on Katie Moore. That is her second, and that may be trouble for Dowling. That'll get off the bench for the Maroons. Macy Harnden, number 33, a 5'3 junior. So for Johnston, Jenica Lewis, Aaliyah Riley, Jalea Knitz, Eileen Tanky, and Amani Jenkins, a 5 on the floor for the Dragons. For Dowling, Ellie Olson, Ava Zediker, Layla Tritton, Ellie Moeller, and her younger sister Katie Moeller was in the game, now is on the bench as Macy Harnden replaces her. That's the Dowling lineup. Both teams stay man-to-man. Johnston with the ball. They go left to right. Long 3 by Lewis, top of the key. It's no good. Offensive rebound Jenkins, and it's tapped away and out of her hands into the hands of Zediker and Dowling. So the other way we go. 5.5 left to play first quarter. 3-2 Johnston.
Johnston do a good job trying to take advantage of that size in there.
Moeller for 3, and it's no good. That's Ellie Moeller, and the rebound out to Johnston. Dragons get the ball underneath. A shot to the left hand, up and good by the Dragons. Aaliyah Riley, a name you mentioned from the last time these two teams played.
True, and you mentioned it a lot more last time because she was just so aggressive in that game, much like that move right there.
Dowling with the ball, going against this Johnston's man-to-man defense. There's Ellie Moeller. Takes Jenkins all the way down the lane and now kicks it back out to Harnden. Now to Tritton. Layla with it. Bounce pass goes to Ellie Olson. 8 on the shot clock. Zedeker for 3 in the logo. She left it short and a rebound out to Johnston and Tanky. Outlet pass down court to Riley. And a layup up and good by Riley as she hits the deck after the made basket. She's got the last 4 points.
Yeah, Dowling's going to have to get back. Those long shots and or turnovers, live ball turnovers are hard to recover from.
7-2 Johnston over Dowling with 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. Zedeker's pass underneath to Ellie Olson on a quick cut, too strong. Turnover against Dowling, and the Dragons will bring it up, leading 7-2.
And Mark, you can see the opportunities that Dowling has if they just take advantage of it. They've just kind of thrown the ball recklessly at this point, and a couple bad turnovers to start this game.
All right, 15 on the shot clock. Here's Tanky with it. Underneath, her shot blocked by Olson. Rebound Dowling and Moeller. Ellie Moeller comes away with it. Dowling in transition. Tritton on the baseline. Kicks over in the corner to Harnden. Back to Ellie Moeller. Drives against Jenkins, and the pass stolen away. Stolen away by, again, Jenkins. Layup with the left hand, good. And, Aaliyah Riley with the steal and basket, and she has the last 6 points for Johnston. Dragons lead at 9-2.
Yeah, I mean, Ellie Moeller seems to be playing very deliberate, kind of like A to B. It has to go there, and not really seeing the whole court right now.
Isabella Balsley, a 5'6" senior, number 2, set the check in for Johnston. And now Zedeker gets loose on the right baseline. Her shot up and good, and now we've got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Olson of Dowling. Bruins were trying to catch teams the last several games, Scott, kind of basket hanging, if you will. Dowling makes a basket, and they kind of have one of their guards hang out and try to get a deflection, and that time Moeller, or rather Olson, committed the foul, and that is the third team foul on Dowling here in the first quarter. None for Johnston as the Dragons lead by 5.
And that's not what you do not want to get in foul trouble against this team. They're a good free throw shooting team, and they really own that advantage in the first game.
Now lob inside to Jenkins. Her shot up and good. She has the initial shot blocked, got her own rebound and put it in. A foul will be on Dowling. That'll be on Ellie Moeller. So Amani Jenkins with the basket. She comes in averaging 14 points, just under 7 rebounds, and an 80% free throw shooter, and a chance for an and one here, and it's good.
And she just really rounded out. I mean, Johnston was going to be good whether she was here or not, but she just really rounds out this lineup with her size and strength.
12-4, Johnston with the lead over Dowling. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter from a packed Dowling gym, one of the smaller gyms in the CIML, and one of the smaller floors, the actual high school court. The rest of the gyms in the league are college-length courts. So a little different. Here's Tritton with it. Bounce pass over to Ellie Moore. Long 3, it's no good. And a rebound to Tanky on the weak side. Outlet pass goes to Leah Riley. Riley, pull-up jumper free throw line is off the mark, no good. Rebound Dowling and Harnden. Macy with it. She leads the charge in the front court. Guarded by Balsley, who's in the lineup for Johnston. With 2 minutes to play, here's Zedeker with it. Ava underneath finds Olson. A spin move, and now traveling called on Olson. She had the right idea, and I think she probably wanted to give a head fake, but instead traveled with it, and it'll be Johnston basketball.
And she's going to have these opportunities, so it's just kind of being mentally prepared for those to finish. So that's 6 turnovers for Dowling to start this game.
Maroons come in, averaging just over 10 turnovers a game. Johnston averages 9.5 turnovers a game, so very unusual for Dowling. A long 3, no good by Jenica Lewis for Johnston. Rebound Dowling. And now outlet pass goes to Zedeker. She has a quick collision with Aaliyah Riley, but she maintains possession with 1:30 to go, and Johnston by 8. Here's Ellie Moeller underneath, shot off the glass too strong. Rebound Johnston. And Tanky. Dragons get the outlet pass and a layup up and good by Jenica Lewis, who has 5 first half points.
Dowling offensively just playing really tentative tonight. And, Johnston's just playing free-flowing and playing well. Good job by Zedeker. She found Ellie Olson, who has 4 points. That might be a career high tonight, or the career high this year for Ellie. It's 14-6. Johnston by 8. Dragons with it. Here's Lewis coming off a ball screen. Gets underneath the Balsley. Nice little bounce pass over to Ryan. Avery Ryan, who just checked in, shoots and scores. Yeah, they're just, that ball is just popping right now. They have no turnovers to 6 for Dowling, and they're jumping out of the 10-point lead like they did last time.
Ellie Moeller with it underneath, and the ball is deflected off her knee, out of bounds to Johnston. Another Dowling turnover with 36 seconds remaining. Katie Moeller will check back into the Dowling lineup with 2 fouls. 16-6 is our score. Johnston by 10. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett here on Iowa Catholic Radio as we simulcast with CISN tonight. Packed house here on a Friday night for a girl-boy basketball doubleheader that will bring you. Johnston now with about a second differential shot clock to game clock, and they're just going to pull the ball out here. Aaliyah Riley, the Dragons point guard, will now take it and run the offense with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Coming off a ball screen, here's Riley with it down the lane. Her shot up and no good. Ball tipped in the hands of Zediker. Half-court shot at the buzzer is short. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Gym with the score. Number 1, Johnston, 16. Third-ranked Dowling, 6, alongside Scott Babinett. Mark Amadale will return with the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, underway in the second quarter. Johnston leading Dowling 16-6. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett tonight. Glad you could join us. Dragons had the first possession of the second quarter. Eileen Tanky with it. Now we've got an illegal screen by Johnston. That's how the first quarter started, but it was against Dowling, and Knetz picks up the foul. That's Jalea's first for Johnston. That's the first foul of the ball game, I believe, for Johnston. I don't think they had a foul in the first quarter, Scott.
No, they're just playing really well, Mark. I mean, that's all you could say. That's the best description. They're playing well. They're limiting Dowling and forcing turnovers, and just playing a good overall ball game.
Now, Tritton on the baseline gets to Ellie Moeller. She can't control the pass. Now they finally rotate the ball around. Three-pointer up, no good by Harnden. Ball safe from going out of bounds, right into the hands of Jenkins. Down court is Riley. Her shot in the lane, up and good, and they're going to wave it off, and traveling before. I thought they're going to get a foul on Dowling before the shot, and the referee says nope. They're going to call traveling on Aaliyah Riley, and boy, did she run the floor well.
I don't think this side of the court liked that call.
That'd be the side we're sitting on. Yeah, we're with the Johnston folks here. Here's Zediker with it for Dowling. Our officials tonight, our lead official is Dante Terry, Chad Shellmeyer, and Jeff Osborne, our officiating crew. They'll work both games tonight. And now here's a steal once again by Riley. Picked it away from Zediker. A shot in the lane, no good, and a whistle of foul on Zediker. So on Ava, that'll be her first. And again, it's Aaliyah Riley's show. And you can see why she's headed to Northwest Missouri State. She is going to be a good one for that group. Chris Guess is one of the assistant coaches. I don't know if he's listening tonight or not, but I'll tell you what, they got a good one in Riley as she makes the first free throw.
Yeah, she just kind of sets a tone for them defensively. I mean, we were talking about her early on, even before we got to Jenica Lewis, who is arguably the best player on their team when you're talking about overall rankings and whatnot.
Second free throw, no good by Riley. She has 7 points in the first quarter. 17-6 Johnston. Their lead is now 11. That is the largest of the night. Dowling has yet to take the lead as Johnston has scored first. Now a bad pass by Olsen, stolen away by Lewis. Her shot up, no good. And the rebound goes off the hands of Amani Jenkins. and it'll be back to Dowling. The Maroons now will take a 30-second break. We'll take it with them as we'll keep it here. 6:39 to go, second quarter, 17-6. Johnston leading Dowling. And tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Klein Electric. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinetz. Coach, what do you think thus far? You've given all the accolades to Johnston, but Dowling has got to, well, still run their stuff, but maybe throw in a different wrinkle. And we've seen one thing I mentioned in the pregame show was you got to get somebody other than the four scorers. Ellie Olson has 4 points for Dowling tonight.
Right, as the leading scorer, which we did not think we would be saying early on. But, you know, I mean, better ball movement, better player movement. It seems really lax and standing, and Johnston's doing a great job of playing the passing lane. So you got to get that moving, maybe get some back cuts with their aggressiveness and get some easy baskets that way, maybe and ones yourself.
And the Maroons need to get their home crowd into this too a little bit because they've been watching this in awe of this Johnston team. Dragons by 11, Dowling with the ball, 6.5 minutes to go, second quarter. And we'll have a halftime guest here on the girls' side, Ryan Vogt. He is the annual giving manager at Dowling. He's going to join us, talk about the Dowling club and what they're doing tonight. Dowling with the ball, 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Tritton is stolen away by Eileen Tanky. The Iowa State recruit has it. Lob pass underneath to Jenkins. Her shot up, partially blocked, and was blocked by Ellie Muller. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker in the front court. Ava with it, looking for a cutter. Now she'll launch the three. It's up and no good. And it'll be Johnston basketball. So they force Zedeker into a shot maybe she may not have wanted to take, but did.
Right, there's just not a lot of motion in this offense right now. A lot of people going to places and standing, and when they're cutting up to the ball, up the lane, they're kind of lax on that cut. The pass is a little slow. It's just they're not in any rhythm right now, and maybe that's just a credit to Johnston at this point.
Coach Jellick now just called out a set play, and he's going to isolate, I thought it would be Jenica Lewis. Now he will. 3 for Lewis, top of the key. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Harnden had it, and she was battling over there with Amani Jenkins and loses out of bounds. Brand new shot clock. It'll be Johnston possession.
And you want to force those outside shots. If they'll take them and then get to the rebounding as soon as possible, and then try to get out and get some easy baskets.
All right, Johnston inbounds the ball. That's Riley with it. Leaves it for Lewis. They lob it inside to Jenkins, and the pass goes out of bounds. Turnover against Johnston.
And Dowling is playing that a little bit better than the first game they played. They're playing trying to front a little, whereas last game they got caught behind a lot. And Jenkins is just so strong and hard to guard that way.
But when you start seeing people on the balcony here watching the game, besides just some of the coaches, you know it's a big game. Underneath, they work to Olson, and Ellie shoots and scores. She is Dowling's leading scorer with 6 points tonight. 17-8 Johnston. Dragons with it. Here's Knitz. Gets it out to Riley. Aaliyah guarded by Zedeker. Over to Tanky, guarded by Olson. Tanky picks up her dribble. Ball slapped away by Olson, but picked up by Jenica Lewis. 15 on the shot clock. Skip pass over in the corner. Long three up and no good by the Dragons. Moeller had the rebound after the missed shot by Knitz, and she was fouled on the play by Johnston's Amani Jenkins. That'll be her first foul. Second team foul on Johnston here in the second quarter. Dowling with 1 with 4:37 left to go in the half. Score is 17-8. Johnston by 9.
The Maroons are starting to dig in a little bit more on defense right now, making it a little bit tougher, and just trying to get back. It's a possession-by-possession game. You just have to. You can't get it all back at once. So,
Katie Moeller back in the lineup for Dowling with 2 fouls, and now we've got an illegal screen on the Maroons. They're going to get her sister Ellie Moeller with the illegal screen. And on Ellie, that'll be her second foul. So the Moeller sisters with 2 fouls each. That'll get Macy Harnden off the bench for Dowling, and she'll replace Ellie Moeller. So the Maroons also tonight have not had their starting 5 on the floor at the same time for very long.
No, this has been they've just got to get solid. I mean, Johnston is so quick, so that it's probably on the ball handler to wait for that screen to materialize. It's kind of a combination. You got to get there quicker, but you've got to wait till it is truly set.
Here's Tanky for 3. It's good. Eileen Tanky with her first 3 points tonight. That's her 38th made 3 of the season. She leads the Johnston team in made 3s, 20-8. Dragons by 12. This is their largest lead. Here's Katie Moeller for 3. It's good. That's her first 3 points of the night. and it's 20-11. Johnston by 9 over Dowling. 3:40 left to go here in the second quarter from a packed and overflow crowd here at the Dowling gym.
Yeah, this is a good crowd. You need to start stringing some good possessions together to get them involved and try to change this momentum of this game.
Here's Riley now over to Lewis. Skip pass goes to Balsley. Isabella in the lane. Layup good. Nice move by Isabella Balsley, the 5'6" senior reserve off the bench, contributing to this Johnston team against Dowling tonight. Harnden with it for the Maroons. Gets in the lane and has the ball stolen away by Tanky. Lee with it, guarded by Ellie Olson. 3 minutes to play, and the Dragons up 11. They lob it inside to Jenkins. Her shot off the glass too strong. Rebound put back up and in. So Jenkins give her a second try. She gets it. She has 5 points.
Yeah, and there's very little resistance in there right now for her.
24-11. Johnson lead is 13, their largest of the night. Underneath, Zedeker gets it back to Olson. Three-pointer up and no good by Katie Moeller. Fight for the rebound. Tanky comes away with it. Outlet pass to Jenkins. Now to Riley. Aaliyah with it, guarded by Harnden. And draws the foul. They're going to wipe off the basket, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. And out of bounds to Johnston. Foul will be on Macy Harnden, her first. On the lineup for Dowling. For the first time tonight, we'll see Kaylee Klein, the 5'11 freshman, check in. Jenkins has a seat on the bench for Johnston. And Avery Ryan, the 5'11 senior, back in the lineup for the Dragons, has 2 points tonight. Dragons in lob ball inside the Tanky, who tried to post up, but the pass was too strong. Turnover by Johnston. It'll be Dowling basketball. Scott with 2:20 left to play, and the Maroons trailing by 13.
Yeah, they've made that inside pass a little bit tougher here in the last few possessions, and Johnston hasn't felt comfortable passing that, and they're kind of holding on their position a little too late to get to the ball.
All right, here's Zedeker with it to Klein. Kaylee with it. Gets it to Katie Moeller. Top of the key for Dowling. 20 on the shot clock. Katie Moeller, guarded by Aaliyah Riley, picks up her dribble. Now to Olson. Tanky's guarding her, and she's letting her shoot.
Yep.
Maroons running their weave. Here's Tritton with it to Zedeker with 5 on the shot clock. Ava with it, right wing. Underneath to Olson, back to Zedeker, and that'll be a shot clock violation as the ball went in the basket, but it'll be a shot clock violation on Dowling.
Yeah, and that's the 14th turnover of the game for the Maroons right now.
Wow. Dowling comes in averaging 10 turnovers and already at 14, and we've got a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Ari Phillips in the lineup for Johnston, the 5'8 freshman wearing number 14. Her and her twin sister Dea on the roster, and now shot in the lane, no good by Aaliyah Riley and the Dragons. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker. Down the lane she goes through traffic, and a blocking foul call on the Dragons. And let's see who they whistled on. It'll be on Isabella Balsley with the foul, and 2 free throws coming for Zedeker with the clock stopped. Zedeker with just 2 points tonight for Dowling. Comes in averaging just under 20.
And this is good to get her line, see the ball go through the hoop, and maybe get her on a roll a little bit.
Ellie Moeller checks back into the Dowling lineup. She replaces Ellie Olson. Zedeker will have one more free throw. Ava, an 83% free throw shooter on the year, leads the Dowling team in percentage. Second free throw good. 4 points for Zedeker, 24-13. Johnston by 11. Minute 15 to go here in the second quarter. Both teams with 3 team fouls each. And the Dragons now with Avery Ryan as they run their dribble weave. They work underneath to Jenkins. Her shot blocked by Moeller. Gets her own rebound. Puts the ball over the backboard to be a violation in Dowling basketball. That's pretty good defense underneath. It wasn't just Ellie Moeller, but she had help defense in there giving her a hand.
They did collapse quickly there that time to give some help.
All right, 50 seconds remaining in the contest, 30 on the shot clock. So the Dragons will have an opportunity to have the ball potentially last here in the first half. 24-13, Johnston by 11. Dowling with the ball as Ava Zedeker's pass to Tritton is knocked out of bounds with 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
They did not get the. I don't think they're going to get the 2-for-1 here, Mark.
Yeah, the 2-for-1. That's right. All right, Dowling with the ball, 10 on the shot clock. As the Maroons now were working inside and throw it away.
Now she shot that 3 and came up with nothing again there.
Once again at halftime, we'll be visiting with Ryan Vogt. He is here, sitting behind us. We'll talk to him about the Dowling Club membership. He's the annual giving manager here at Dowling Catholic High School, where we broadcast from tonight. And for CISN, who we simulcast with, they will pick up portions of that interview. They will also have, they'll be running their spots. So simulcast tonight, CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. 15 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. Johnston with the ball, leading by 11, and they're trying to see if they can extend their lead. Riley down the lane. Her shot up and no good. Good defense that time by Ellie Olson, but it was tipped out of bounds by Dowling, and good hustle inside by the Maroons. Kaylee Klein, the 5'11 freshman. The Maroons are playing a little bit more minutes off the bench. Dragons will inbound it. Tanky with it underneath their own basket. Gets over in the corner. Here's Knitz for 3. It's no good. Or check that. Riley for 3, no good. And we go to halftime with Johnston leading Dowling 24-13 here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. And along our network stations, Brian Sweeney and Jose Guzman, our TV producer. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with our halftime guest, Ryan Vogt, here at the Dowling Gym. Again, halftime in the Class 5A top 3 matchup. Third-ranked Dowling and number 1 Johnston. It's Johnston 24, Dowling 13. We'll be back after this 2-minute break along our network lines, Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Get up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Sierra 1500s. Up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 LTZ. Up to $7,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. And new 2024 Equinoxes starting at $26,490. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym on a packed house here on a Friday night. It's number 1 Johnston leading third-ranked Dowling 24-13 here in this Class 5A girls matchup in the Central Iowa Metro League. Alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadil, and we are now joined by our halftime guest, Ryan Vogt, the annual giving manager at Dowling, Student Philanthropy Council moderator. And Ryan, thanks for joining us. I'm waiting for Mr. Hobbs out of the Dowling concession stand to bring us our free bag of popcorn because I have my ID on me.
Yeah,
but
you're a Dowling Club member, right?
I am. Well,
yeah.
You signed me up during football
Yeah.
season back in August. Remember that in Cedar Rapids?
Yep.
So, yeah. Welcome, Ryan.
Thanks for having me. It's a fun night. Great to see a huge crowd here. this is probably the biggest crowd we've had all year, so this is great. And we have a bunch of little girl dancers going on right now, too. So.
Yeah, we're going to talk over the music.
Yeah.
But we mentioned a little bit about the Dowling Club and the membership, but talk about your role and what you're trying to get folks to, I know remember the Dowling Club. We talked about that back in the fall, but your thoughts on what's happening tonight.
Yeah, so the Dowling Club is our booster organization. We've been around forever. And what we're doing tonight is our Dowling Club Appreciation Night. So we tried to do this, an appreciation event in each of the seasonal sports. So for football, during the fall sports kickoff, although it was canceled this year because of the extreme heat, but we do a meal for our Dowling Club members during football. And then today for basketball, we're doing a free popcorn for all the Dowling Club members. So it's a small token of our appreciation. Our Dowling Club members are very important to Dowling Catholic Athletics. We have the Tradition of Excellence motto here for Dowling Catholic Athletics, and we wouldn't be able to maintain our high standards without our Dowling Club.
Well, I know it benefits the student athletes. It also benefits alumni like me. Babinet, are you a member, or what's your role here? I know you were coaching.
I am not.
I
cannot get you signed up. If you
can get signed up, Scott. Absolutely. I think I have the paperwork here somewhere. Oh, that's a stat sheet. Never mind. But
you can get signed up. It's very easy. So we do see a lot of people sign up before football. Because you do get passes to all home games for Maroon Athletics throughout the whole year.
That's how I get in.
So not only football, but basketball, wrestling, and then even, in the spring for baseball, softball, track. So even if you don't have your Dowling Club membership yet, you can still do it online, dowlingcatholic.org, go to athletics, and Dowling Club right there.
And Ryan, we're visiting with Ryan Vogt from Dowling Catholic High School, talking about the Dowling Club membership. And is there different levels of membership? Because I know when I logged on back in the fall to get back on, or I was a member. Then your membership, expires.
Yep,
I had to renew each year. Well, when I renewed mine, there are different levels. Talk a little bit about that for those that are wishing to renew online.
There are, and that's a great point right now. We see a lot of single membership. So. If you just want to come to a few basketball games or whatever it is, but there are different membership levels. So whether you're a family of 4, family of 5, family of 6, if you're a senior citizen, there's a discount there, or if you're just a single. We also do have an option there too, just to donate. So if you were looking to give back to Dowling Catholic, and the passes to the home games don't really interest you, you'd rather listen to the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. You can still donate, and that money goes directly to our student athletes and athletics. So whether it's equipment, uniforms, jerseys, busing costs, you name it, with athletics, Dowling Club is a part of it. So
now, Ryan, right now there's a lot of folks that are tuning in either through CISN or through Iowa Catholic Radio in Florida, Texas, Arizona, snowbirds, even folks like Coach Babinet, who went away for a weekend with his lovely bride on his, he had his anniversary. What if, they're outside and they want to become a Dowling Club member? How's that going to benefit them when they're spending the winter in a nice sunny place like Florida?
Absolutely. There's a lot of different membership benefits. The first, obviously, is the big one, is the passes to the home games. But then also you will get a little swag item, a Dowling swag item. This year we have window decals, so you can put that on your car down there in South Florida. And then you also get, the satisfaction knowing that you're contributing to Maroon Athletics. So, every dollar, big or small, everything is appreciated. And really helps us to maintain our high standards here with all of our athletic programs.
And we mentioned earlier there's free popcorn if you show your card.
Right.
I'm over here on press row, and they don't do that.
Well, I can get you one out of
here. I know that. But there's a certain PA announcer here who just texts Mr. Hobbs, and he brings him everything. Popcorn, burgers, and that. I have not got on that text line at all. I don't know what
that's
the number is.
That's a private line.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But Mr. O'Grady has found that line. But, free popcorn tonight, right, for the folks here?
Yep, free popcorn. All you have to do is show your Dowling Club membership card, which hopefully most people use to get into the game tonight, so they should have it. Just go up to the concession stand and show that card, and you get a free popcorn today.
There you go, Mr. Babinet. Just like that. Even former coaches like yourself. There you go.
It's not much, but it's a small token of our appreciation just to show, we do appreciate our members. We see you and we need you, and thank you so much for all you do for Maroon Athletics.
Visit with Ryan Vogt, the annual giving manager and Student Philanthropy Council moderator.
Yes.
How's that going? What's that all involved here?
That's the best. That's probably my favorite part of my job. So we have 22 students in our club this year. I'm the moderator for it. Juniors and seniors only, and they really help the advancement office out with everything we do. So our events, so the Bash on Buffalo, our golf outing in the summer, the pancake breakfast is a huge one, takes lots of people to do that event. And our students are getting real life experience. So they're involved in all the process of, planning the event, looking up vendors, getting volunteers, volunteering themselves, all those different aspects. So, we have a busy spring coming up. Our Evening of Style is coming up in February, and that'll be at St. Francis this year. And then the first weekend in April is the Bash on Buffalo. So our big auction event here at school that really raises a lot of money for Dowling Catholic. So the Student Philanthropy Council, they're involved in everything. Me and our president, Dr. Ryan, are taking 8 students to the Capitol on Tuesday morning for a breakfast with legislators. So lots of great opportunities for those students. A lot of things they can put on their resume and things like that.
Well, Ryan, appreciate you taking time out on this Friday night. That's not very warm outside here in central Iowa we're at. Temps are hovering just above 0, but thanks for all you do. Thanks for stopping by. The free popcorn I'll pick up later. I'm sure I'll do
just
that.
Let me know. Just text me. I'll get it for you.
Scott?
And Ryan, I'm learning as much about this as I ever have, but as a former athletic director, all the work you do for the athletic program, I can tell you it's immeasurable to an athletic director what you guys are all doing to raise awareness of Dowling athletics, raise funds that are necessary to keep this program going. And this crowd tonight, what a great crowd tonight.
Huge crowd. Standing room only here now, looks like, so this is great.
It is. Well, we appreciate it, Ryan. Thanks for all you do. I know we're going to talk to you probably next fall, but there's a lot of things going on. The Bash on Buffalo Road is this spring.
Yep,
and that'll
first
be right
weekend
after,
in April.
Yeah, that'll be right after the basketball season ends, so we'll be publicizing that here on Iowa Catholic Radio during our programming during the day. But thanks for all you do, and thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Go Maroons.
You bet. Ryan Vogt joining us here at halftime. And we're going to take a 2-minute break again along our network line. CISN and Brian Sweeney at Iowa Catholic Radio. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll return to the Dowling Gym with this second half of the girls contest, and we'll go through our first half scoring and statistics. Mark Hemadale, Scott Babinet. Our thanks to Ryan Vogt, the annual giving manager at Dowling Catholic High School. We appreciate his insight on the Dowling Club membership. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we are back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. A little extended halftime with the dance team, with the youth dance team out there at Dowling Catholic High School, and a full packed house here. Appreciate them. Alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale, Dowling and Johnston. Johnston leading 24-13 over Dowling here at halftime. And let's go through our first half statistics. Scott Babinett. Are these unofficial or are these going to be official? What are we?
They're very unofficial, but hopefully everybody's eating and not ruin their dinner here.
We want to welcome our CISN listener or viewers along with our in the Central Iowa Metro League tonight. Last night in girls action, it was 5th-ranked Ankeny Centennial defeating Urbandale 47-25, which was a makeup game. And then at Wells Fargo Arena, out of the Iowa Alliance, it was Roosevelt defeating East Waterloo 88-75. Yes, East Waterloo did come down to Des Moines during the snowstorm last night and played at Wells Fargo. So congratulations to Joe Caddage and the Roosevelt boys on the win last night. Tonight, here are the games going on. Waukee is at Waukee Northwest. That game is on CISN and up on their YouTube channel. Southeast Polk is at Ankeny. Urbandale is at Valley. And Ankeny Centennial has the night off. So those are just some of the games in our area tonight. Dowling will have the basketball first to start the second half. Dowling going left to right towards the north basket here at the Dowling Gym. Maroons in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers and trim. Johnston in their black uniforms with purple numbers with white trim. All right, 15 on the shot clock. Here's Ellie Muller down the lane, puts up a shot up, and it rolls off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's tipped out of bounds off Dowling and Ellie Olson. So for Dowling, it'll be Ellie Olson, Katie Muller, Ava Zedeker, Layla Tritton, and Katie Muller's older sister, Ellie Muller, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. For Johnston, back to their starting lineup, Jenica Lewis, Aaliyah Riley, Jalea Knitz, Eiley Tankey, and Amani Jenkins. Jenkins with it right now. Number 42 hands it off to Jalea Knitz. Top of the key to Riley, guarded by Zedeker. 13 on the shot clock. Driving baseline is Knitz. Her shot off the glass good as she took it right to Katie Muller, who has 2 first-half fouls.
Yeah, you have to attack there, and Johnson's just playing this smart. Now, the last possession Dowling had, a good move by Ellie Olson, just needs to finish there. She does need to be more aggressive against Jenkins to make her have to play her tougher, maybe try to get her in foul trouble.
Ellie Muller with 2 fouls for Dowling, and her sister Katie with 2 fouls. For Johnston, no one with 2 fouls, a few with 1, and now we had a turnover on the far sideline.
Yeah, they called it off Zedeker. She thought the ball went off of, I believe, Riley and let it go.
All right, Dragons with the basketball. Here's Jenica Lewis with it, coming off a ball screen set by Riley, and now they work underneath. Ball slapped around and stolen away by Zedeker. Ava in the front court for Dowling. Zedeker guarded by Johnston's Jalea Knitz. We'll see the matchups here tonight. And here's Tritton with the spin move in the lane. Stops and now gets it off to Zedeker off her leg, and a jump ball called. And again, unforced error by Dowling.
It's such a different game tonight for so many of these girls. You know, Layla Tritton dominated the first half against Waukee the other night for the Maroons, and she's just struggling tonight on the offensive side. They're not really driving into the lane where they're getting the touches that they want there, and playing very frustrated tonight.
Jenkins will throw the ball in. Our official tonight, Dante Terry, who will throw the ball into Amani Jenkins. Chad Shellmeyer and Jeff Osborne are the 3 officials here for this doubleheader. Packed house here at Dowling, overflow crowd as people are now on the balconies here at Dowling. Haven't seen that in a while. Long 3 off the back iron, no good by Jenica Lewis. The other way we go, rebound Dowling. Zedeker with it. 26-13. The Dragons with their largest lead of the night at 13. And they have not had close games. Dowling has given it their closest game in the metro area with a 12-point loss. And now a steal by Dowling after Zedeker makes the basket. She has 6 points. Steal by Ellie Olson. In the corner it goes to Katie Muller. As Johnston now gets back on defense, 26-15. Dragons by 11. Zedeker got a nice shot off the glass, and then on the inbounds pass, the steal by Olson. Corner 3 by Tritton, up off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Jenkins comes away with it, and she's fouled in the process. Dowling foul this time on Ellie Olson. That is her second.
seen a little more fight out of the Maroons here this half, which is good to see for them. You know, Johnston's given them the opportunity to have some good possessions here and get back in this game. They just have to capitalize on them.
26-15. Johnston by 11. 5:10 to go here in the third quarter from the Dowling Gym. I want to welcome our listeners from Iowa Catholic Radio and our network, along with our viewers from CISN. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. Our thanks to our producers on the radio side, Brian Sweeney tonight. And on the TV side, we appreciate Jose Guzman and Pete Tarpey in that group. Drew Reinhardt and Aaron Bandy. Now a steal by Dowling. Underneath, Ellie Muller. Shot off the glass too strong. Zediker with the rebound. Her put back up and good. Zediker's shot was partially blocked, but she got it to fall. She has 8 points to lead Dowling, and the Maroons now have cut it to 9, 26-17. 4.5 to go third quarter here, Scott Babinet.
Right. We talked about, you know, it's kind of, you cut it down now. You have five possession gap here.
All right, in the lane, Riley with the shot with the left hand, good. Oh, my goodness. She is all over the place. Aaliyah Riley shoots and scores her 9th point.
Yeah, she just really, it's almost like she's the heartbeat of this team.
I'd second that in a second, no question. Dowling gets the ball down court, slapped out of bounds by Johnston as Knitz will sit down. Isabella Balsley, number 2, 5'6" senior, back in the lineup for Johnston. She had 2 points in the first half, and she's back in. Maroons inbound the ball. Tritton's pass to Zediker, and official's going to give it to Johnston. It was not tipped off of anybody. Went right to the Dowling bench. So another Dowling turnover there, Scott.
Yeah, they're just struggling with the physical play coming off that screen. You just got to fight to the ball. And that's one of the things the coaches were emphasizing. You got to win your spots. You know, again, Johnston's very physical. They're very quick. You got to know where you want to get, and then you've got to be determined to get there.
And they have some athletes out there and some good ones. Here's Tanky in the lane. She's double teamed. Kicks it over to Jenica Lewis. In the lane she goes. Puts up a shot off the glass. Good. Strong move by Lewis. And there might have been some body blows in the juncture in there. Lewis with 7 points. And the Johnston lead is 13. It's 30-17 Johnston. 3.5 to go third quarter. Underneath Zediker. Her shot no good. Slaps out of bounds. And it went off of Riley, they say. So it'll be Dowling basketball and a brand new shot clock here with 3:30 to go left in the third quarters.
Yeah, and I mean, you just see Riley's such a tough competitor, and she's making Zediker work for everything, and that's why, you know, even if they struggle, her energy just is very complimentary.
We get a score from the other game on CISN. We'll pass along to our listeners and viewers. Waukee Northwest hosting Waukee in the Battle of Waukee. Here's Zediker with the ball. 15 on the shot clock. Ellie Muller gets it to her sister Katie, dribbles down the left side, cut off nicely by Johnston. And now stolen away by Johnston. Underneath, a shot no good, and the putback up and good. Steal by Riley, and the basket good by the Dragons. And following it up is Amani Jenkins with her 7th point. We've got a timeout on the floor. Let's see if this is if it's a full timeout, we'll take it with them. With 2:50 remaining here in the third quarter, Johnston 32, Dowling 17. And at last report, we have Ankeny leading Southeast Polk 25-22 in the third quarter of a girls game. Back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym out of the Dowling timeout. Johnston with its largest lead, 32-17 over Dowling. 15-point Dragon lead. Dowling with the basketball. Runs in their front court, left to right. And this is Ava Zedeker coming off a ball screen by Ellie Muller. Gets it over to her sister Katie Muller on the left wing. Johnston's defense has been outstanding tonight, causing Dowling into numerous turnovers. And here's another one as the ball is picked up by Amani Jenkins in the front court to Riley. And the Dragons now, with 2:10 left to go in the third quarter, will set their offense.
Yeah, and Dowling, even when they're setting the screens, they're not coming off sharp off that screen. They're actually driving wide of where they want to be.
All right, Riley with it, guarded by Katie Muller. Gets it out to Jenica Lewis. Jenica backs in, has a ball stolen away, poked away by Tritton, into the hands of Zedeker. Layup good. Zedeker with 6 of her 10 points here in the third quarter. That's 32-19, Johnston by 13. Dragons now will get Avery Ryan off the bench. She'll check in the next dead ball. Dragons get the ball underneath the Balsley, and it goes through numerous hands. They say went on to bounds off Dowling. Macy Harnden checking in for the Maroons, number 33, along with Avery Ryan. Ryan had 2 points in the first half for the Dragons. Harnden did not score in the first half for Dowling, and now back into the lineup for Johnston is Jalea Knitz, one of the starters. She'll replace Aaliyah Riley. Or check that, Jenica Lewis, excuse me. Here's Tanky with the ball, and she can't handle the pass that time by Ryan. Another turnover, so both teams have cranked up their turnovers. Johnston averaged 10, a little over 10, or rather Dowling averages over 10 on the year. They're way into double figures, and the Dragons average 9.5. Where are they at tonight?
They are at 8 right now, and the Maroons are at now 20.
Yep, there's a turnover. Tritton tried to get the pass underneath. It's stolen away by Johnston.
Yeah, it's just really loose with the ball tonight, not tight ball handling. You just have to be. It's already difficult to play the opponent, but to give them extra possessions and opportunities just makes it worse.
Now Riley down the lane. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Dowling, and the shot is blocked on the rebound. Maroons the other way. Tritton in the lane. Her shot is blocked and out of bounds. Avery Ryan with the block. Now for the Dragons, Ari Phillips, 5'8", freshman, number 14, checks in, and checking out will be Aaliyah Riley. And Amani Jenkins wants to come in, but wasn't whistled in, and now she'll replace Tanky. So Eileen Tanky will sit down for the Dragons. Tanky tonight with 3 points in the first half. We're under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Zedeker on the baseline. Gets it out to Katie Muller. Top of the key to Harnden. Harnden going against Balsley. Over to Zedeker. 10 on the shot clock. 39 seconds left to go. Zedeker underneath draws the foul. It was either Jenkins or Phillips. And Ari Phillips will pick up the foul for Johnston. That'll be her first. Team foul number 1 on Johnston. So free throws coming for Ava Zedeker, who's 2 for 2 on the night.
And I apologize to listeners for being so repetitive, but you see the excellence with which Johnston's just making everything tough for the Maroons. Even that drive, good drive, good read, but it's just tough to finish in there right now. And it's just they're doing a good job of team defense. She's seeing a couple of defenders, whatever move she's making.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Fast Signs, and Blessman International. Second free throw good by Zedeker. She has 12 points in the contest to lead Dowling. She's a perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. And let's see. Shot clock and game clock are about in sync. About a 2-second differential and 14 seconds on the shot clock right now. Underneath, a shot off the glass, good. Dragons work it inside, and she just checked in Aaliyah Riley. Who else has 11 points? Dowling the other way, and a shot at the horn, no good. And we've come to the end of the third quarter here at the Dowling gym with the score. Number 1, Johnston, 34. Number 3, Dowling, 21. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Hamadale. We'll return with the fourth quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
It's the Diamond Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Diamond Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. DiarmandAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Johnston leading Dowling 34-21 in this Class 5A girls matchup. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. We have a delay to start the fourth quarter as the floor is being cleaned. And that's because I think a little bit had to do with halftime and the amount of folks here, and they're cleaning the floor. They sent the players back to the locker room, so we'll have a delay to start the fourth quarter. And have you ever had this happen, Scott?
I have not, but as you know, most of my years were coaching out in California, so that didn't have a lot of snow there. But it's just you just see those corners of the end lines. It's all like a white dust.
I see that now. Yeah,
dragging in from outside. So
our man Rob Deal is running the device that's cleaning the floor. But yeah, we have one more quarter left. 34-21. Johnston with the lead. And Scott, let's get our statistics in. We'll also get our listeners caught up with some scores. The last report, Ankeny leading Southeast Polk 25-22 in the third quarter at Southeast Polk. What else?
And Waukees leading Northwest at Northwest 34-33, 7 minutes left in the third.
Oh, great matchup there. That is also that is on CISN tonight. But our statistics here, Dowling and Johnston through three quarters.
Through the third quarter, Johnston was 5 for 9 from the field, 0 for 0 from the line, 2 rebounds, 4 turnovers. For the Maroons in the third quarter, 3 for 10, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 6 turnovers. So the turnovers keep continuing to plague the Maroons in this game. Overall, that's 20 turnovers for the game and 12 for Johnston. So neither coaching staff will be happy with that performance from the turnover side of things. But, you know, again, it's a 13-point game going into this fourth quarter. It's hard to pressure a team like Johnston, but you're going to have almost a lockdown, shutdown quarter here to give yourself a chance.
And we'll go through the scoring since we have time right now. As if you're watching on our live stream through CISN, you'll see one of the Dowling maintenance guys, Mr. Rob Deal, good buddy of mine. He and I are both Raider fans, and we make sure Mr. Wilson knows that as much as possible. We haven't had the best. We haven't had the best of luck. Well, we did win the last game in Kansas City, so I should mention that. But for Dowling, let's take a look at the scoring. The Maroons were outscored 10-8 in the third quarter, and all 8 points were by Ava Zediker. She had 4 points at halftime, and she had 3 field goals and 2 for 2 at the free throw line. So 8 points by Zediker. She now has a team-high 12 points. 6 points for Ellie Olson. Katie Muller with 3 points. Layla Tritton, Ellie Muller have yet to score. The couple starters, Kaylee Klein and Macy Harnden, off the bench have yet to score. Dowling 4 for 4 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. For Johnston, their leading scorer is Aaliyah Riley. She had 7 points at halftime, had 4 points in the third quarter. She now has 11 points. 7 points for Amani Jenkins, 7 points for Jenica Lewis. Isabella Balsley off the bench with 2 points. Jalea Knitz, another starter, with 2 points in the third quarter. Avery Ryan off the bench with 2 points. And Eileen Tankey had 3 points at halftime and still has 3. Johnston 2 of 3 at the free throw line as Dowling jumped out to, or rather Johnston had a 16-6 first quarter lead. And outscored Dowling 8-7 in the second quarter. Johnston led at halftime 24-13, and the Dragons outscored Dowling 10-8 in the third quarter. They lead 34-21 going into the fourth quarter, and now we're having the extended version between the third and fourth quarter due to issues with the floor. And now we've got Mr. Miklo, the volleyball coach, Mary Beth Wiskus, out here assisting. And I think a lot of it has to do with when you come into the gym,
right?
The dirt from the snow. They're not walking on the gym floor, but it is carried over. And when the kids go out of bounds, the players go out of bounds, they bring it on the floor and they track it in. So they're just going to
it kind of can get slick there, and you don't want somebody to get hurt sliding over there and go to stop, and their leg goes out from under them. So,
well, let's do this, and we'll do this along the network lines, and that means Brian Sweeney, and of course upstairs Jose Guzman, our producers tonight. Want to thank them. Let's go to a 2-minute break, as we know we're going to be gone for at least a few minutes. So we'll take a 2-minute break, get our listeners and viewers caught up with our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Without these supporters, folks, without the folks you're going to watch on TV or listen on the radio, we would not be able to bring you the broadcast. So when you're out there, patronize these supporters and advertisers, because without them, we wouldn't be here. Right now, end of 3 quarters of play. It's number 1 Johnston 34, Dowling Catholic 21. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll resume with the fourth quarter after this delay in 2 minutes on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Get up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Sierra 1500s. Up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 LTZ. Up to $7,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. And new 2024 Equinoxes starting at $26,490. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym after a significant delay between the third and fourth quarters due to the floor situation here at Dowling. They got it all cleaned up, and we're back in action. 34-21, Johnston with the lead as we start the fourth quarter. Dowling had the ball first, and Ellie Olson's three-pointer was no good. Rebound out to Johnston. Dragons now with it on their first possession of the fourth quarter. Under 10 on the shot clock, and who else? Aaliyah Riley, off-balance shot for left hand, and she shoots and scores. What an amazing night. 13 points for Riley, and that is her third field goal of the second half, Scott Babinette.
Yeah, and she's also taking the challenge of guarding Ava Zedeker and doing a really good job making everything difficult for her tonight.
There's Dowling with the ball, and Olson's pass to Zedeker. It's stolen away by Jenica Lewis. Johnston the other way. They get it inside. The pass stolen away by Tritton. So that you might need some more space in that turnover column, Scott Babinette, because that's another turnover. And now Dowling loses the ball out of bounds, and they're going to say what? It'll be Dowling
Dowling
basketball underneath their own basket as Johnston knocked it away.
As the viewers probably saw, when Ellie Moeller went to save that ball over there in that corner, she jumped and landed and fell to the ground there. That's really slick over there.
36-21, Johnston by 15. That is their largest lead of the night. Ellie Moeller for three, up good. Ellie's sixth made three of the season. That's her first three of the night, and it's 36-24. Johnston's lead to 12.
It's been a while since she hit one of those, I think. Early on, I remember hitting those.
Underneath, a shot no good by Jenica Lewis. Gets her own rebound as everybody was boxing out Amani Jenkins. A long three, in and out, no good by Knitz. And rebound Dowling, and here comes Zediker with the basketball. Ava with it. In the lane, pull-up jumper up, good. She went right around Eileen Tanky for the basket.
Yeah, good attack there. Good to gain her body control back to go up and take a strong shot there.
And Dowling has cut the lead to 10 with 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Mark Hamadale alongside Scott Babinet. Jimmy Cataldo will join us for the boys contest. Riley in the lane, shot up the glass, no good. And they say it went off the hands of Jenica Lewis, who missed the shot. Tried to follow with the rebound, and a timeout called by Johnston. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout with 5:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Johnston 36, Dowling 26. Number 1 Johnston, number 3 Dowling in Class 5A basketball. And time now for our Dowling Catholic High School activity spotlight. Congratulations to January's recipient, Zeb Fitzgerald, Dowling Catholic class of 2024. For being a recognized witness to the very best of faith, academics, and student activities. You can hear Zeb's interview with John Leonetti on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting Iowa Catholic Radio's podcast page at iowacatholicradio.com. And that interview was on Tuesday, January 16th. And our thanks to our sponsor for our activity spotlight, Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. All right, out of the timeout, Dowling with the basketball. A chance to get this Johnston lead into single digits. Here's Tritton on the baseline. Underneath the Moeller, layup is short, off the rim, rebound out to Jenica Lewis and Johnston. Bruins had a good look that time, Scott.
One thing I should correct, Johnston only has 9 turnovers. I believe I said 12 earlier, so I was wrong on that. I apologize for that.
So you don't need any extra space on your
tally sheet. I don't.
Right.
On the Dowling side has been a little rough.
All right, Dragons with it. Here's Jenica Lewis. 12 on the shot clock. They get it inside to Jenkins. She's guarded by Ellie Moeller. Back out to Tanky. Tanky in the lane. Stops. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Knitz with it underneath, and they're going to wave off the basket, or wave off the shot. Foul on the floor, says Chad Schellmeyer. Foul on Dowling. That'll be on Macy Herndon, her second.
A good aggressive defensive possession. You want to end it without the foul, but I mean you can't fault the effort.
So the shot clock is reset to 35. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. They lob it into Jenkins. They get it over to Riley for 3. It's no good. Rebound Herndon and Dowling. Maroons again a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dragons by 10. Underneath Moeller, her shot up and good. Moeller with a little bit of contact has her 5th point all in the fourth quarter, and the lead is now 8 for Johnston, 36-28 over Dowling.
And no matter what happens and how this game turns out, that's big for Moeller. She needs to just keep attacking and try to gain some confidence to play against a bigger, stronger player like Jenkins.
Here's Knitz with the shot. It's no good. Bodies hit the floor. Dowling with the rebound. Here's Katie Moeller underneath, and she draws the foul, and that'll be on Jenica Lewis, her first. Ellie Moeller hit the floor in the back court. She is just now getting into the front court. On Lewis, her first foul. Team foul number 1 on Johnston here in the fourth quarter. Keep in mind, first year of a brand new rule, similar to the women's college basketball rule. Fouls are reset at each quarter, and that's the first foul on Johnston here in the fourth. Katie Moeller at the line. First free throw good. Katie tonight, 3 points. That was in the second quarter. She now has 4 on the made free throw. Dowling was 4 for 4 going into the fourth quarter at the free throw line. Second free throw by Katie Moeller off the back iron, no good. Jenkins with the rebound. Zediker tried to deflect the outlet pass to Aaliyah Riley, and Dragons now get it in the front court with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 36-29. Johnston by 7. Dragons have led by as many as 15 tonight, and that was in the second half. Dowling has not had the lead in this game. They lob it inside to Riley. It's stolen away by Ellie Muller. Outlet pass to Trenton in the lane. Her shot up and no good and draws the foul. And I think that's also on Jenica Lewis, and if it is, it's her second. Free throws coming for Layla Trenton. So the Maroons are attacking the glass, Scott, in their transition game of all things.
Right. They're up in the intensity of the defensive end to force some turnovers, and then you got to attack and get to the line and score with the clock stop.
First free throw, no good by Trenton. Layla, a 64% free throw shooter on the year, looking for her first points of the night. She was held scoreless in the first half. Second free throw, good. So the lead is now 6, 36-30 Johnston. Dowling drops back to man-to-man defense. Dragons right to left if you're watching on CISN. And right to left on your radial dial. If you're listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, lob it into Jenkins, layup good. Nice pass that time from Knitz as she found Amani Jenkins, and that's her 9th point.
And a good patient possession, and that's more of what it looked like in game 1 this year.
Now a steal by Johnston. Lewis with the steal, and the basket will count, the foul on Dowling. I think they're going to get Trenton for the foul. Bodies hit the floor and everybody gets up. That's the main thing. Layla Trenton picking up her first foul. Jenica Lewis with her 9th point, and she'll have a chance for an and one here as Balsley comes in for the Dragons, and she will replace Jalea Knitz.
Johnston just answers every rally Dowling's had tonight.
And the free throw is good. Lewis now becomes the second Johnston player in double figures with 10 points. 41-30, Johnston by 10. Ellie Muller for 3, it's no good. Fight for the rebound. Zedeker comes away with it and now has the ball stolen away from her by Jenica Lewis in Johnston. Dragons in the front court, leading by 9 with 2:35 to go. Here's Riley between the circles. Coming off a ball screen by Balsley. Won't use it. Now gets it out to Tanky. Tanky dribbles against Zedeker. Fall away jumper in the lane. Rolls off the rim, no good. Ellie Muller with the rebound. Stolen away by who else? Aaliyah Riley. Aaliyah Riley with the steal, and the Johnston Dragons will hold and run the shot clock. And a pushing foul on Dowling. They'll get Harnden with the hold. That's her 3rd foul.
I think a lot of teams are going to be happy to see her graduate. She's just such a great competitor.
All right, timeout on the floor. This will be a full minute. We'll take it with them. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Johnston 41, Dowling 30. We'll return to the Dowling Gym in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And back here at the Dowling Gym, here in West Des Moines on a cold night. We had 5 to 6 inches of snow in central Iowa yesterday, got dug out today. And now Johnston with the ball. Long 3, no good by Jenica Lewis. Ball slapped out to Dowling. And now here's Harnden with it. Macy in the front court, guarded by Balsley. 41-30. Johnston by 11. With 1:47 to play, and the Maroons have the basketball in a reverse pass. Who else? Aaliyah Riley almost jumped into the scorer's table. I hope Dick Jess, and Kevin Oddie are doing okay right in front of us. They're protecting us.
They look good.
Yeah, they were fine.
I think in these situations when they're being so aggressive, you almost, no, not almost, you have to step to the ball and draw the foul that way so that they have to back off.
Now, Dowling with the shot by Zedeker. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Ellie Muller. Her putback is no good, and Johnston comes away with it. And here's Aaliyah Riley, the Northwest Missouri State commit. We'll play for assistant coach Chris Guest down there. He got a good one.
Yeah.
He got a good one. And it'll be interesting watching her play at Division II women's basketball in the next few years. As yes, Aaliyah Riley is a senior. Dragons have 5 seniors on this club. And they work it inside to Riley. Fall-away jumper in the lane. Hits the rim, hits the backboard, and falls through. Why not? 15 points for Riley. And she now leads all scores as Zedeker had 14 for Dowling. 43-30. Dragons by 13. Whistling a foul on Jenkins. So Amani with her second foul. And Zedeker will shoot 2. That is the 3rd team foul on Johnston. Dowling with 3 team fouls. And Zedeker's first free throw no good. Last Tuesday night, she was 11 for 11 at the line. She was 15 of 15 until she missed that one. Now make it 15 out of 16. And Zedeker now with 15 points, and she ties Aaliyah Riley with the lead for each team.
And those 2 players have been guarding each other as well.
All right, 30-second timeout with 40 seconds remaining. Johnston leading by 12, 43-31, and a 30-second timeout called by head coach Chad Jellick. And we want to thank him and his staff, Mark Hine, Brad Buchan, Jenny Cook, Christine Wolford, and Kinsey Jellick for assisting us with our broadcasts as he has done each and every year. And of course, for Dowling, the head coach is Kristen Meyer, assisted by Joel Danner, Audrey Faber, and formerly Scott Babinet, who's been retired now. And
there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Formerly. You get out here for practice.
Formally or formerly?
Formerly, yeah. You get out here for practice much? They let you in. I mean, I know I can't get in, so I figure somebody's got to be able to get in.
Yeah, I'm usually working when they're practicing.
Same problem.
Which is one of the problems.
One of the problems you had. Unless you had those night practices. Anything after 5 is good.
No, we always went earlier, it seemed like, and then I would go home and finish work, and that wasn't so much fun.
No. Here's Ballsley with it as Johnston keeps possession. Over to Riley. 6 on the shot clock, 20 seconds left on the game clock. Dragons up 12. And they're going to take the shot clock violation. They won't count it as Jenny Calus's logo 3 is no good, but they were going to wipe it off and not count it anyway. So Dowling will have the ball. Shot clock turned off, 14.5 seconds. And Johnston on their way to their 14th straight win. There's a long 3, no good in the corner by Dowling, and that'll do it. Dowling will not contest anymore, and the Johnston Dragons will now improve their record to 14-0 with the win tonight over Dowling, 43-31. Congratulations to head coach Chad Jellick and the Johnston Dragons. Even though they were outscored 10-9 in the 4th quarter, they win it 43-31. The Dragons had at one time a 15-point lead and beat Dowling for the 2nd time this year by 12 points. And Dowling's record now falls to 10-4. We're going to take a 2-minute break along our network stations. That's CISN on our live stream and our radio feed from Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinet will come back with our post-game show in 2 minutes. Final score in Game 1. Johnston 43, Dowling 31. We'll return with our post-game show after this 2-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Get up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Sierra 1500s. Up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 LTZ. Up to $7,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. And new 2024 Equinoxes starting at $26,490. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines. Final score in Game 1 of the top 3 matchup in Class 5A in the Central Iowa Metro League. Number 1 Johnston defeating number 3 Dowling 43-31. Dowling's record falls to 10-4. That snaps their 8-game winning streak. And for Johnston now, their record now 14-0, and that's a 14-game winning streak. Their last loss was in the 5A state championship game last spring to Pleasant Valley, 59-56, alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Emmerdale. Let's go through our final statistics. Scott, what do you have? Did you have enough columns, first of all, enough room in those columns that you were keeping? Go ahead.
For the game, Johnston shot 21 for 56 from the field, 2 for 12 of those were three-point line, 3 for 4 from the line, 18 rebounds. I may be off on that one, 11 turnovers. For Dowling Catholic, 13 for 43 from the field, 2 for 13 from the three-point line, 5 for 8 from the free throw line, 29 rebounds, 24 turnovers. And you see the volume of shots that 13 more shots for Johnston was really helpful for them to build their lead and maintain it. And then, you know, the problem is when you have more turnovers than you have made field goals, that's always going to be a terrible problem.
No question about it. You should mention up next for Dowling, they will play 3 games next week. The Maroons will be on the road all 3 at Ankeny on Tuesday in a girl-boy doubleheader. The makeup game with Valley next Thursday at the Valley Gym. And then next Friday night, a week from tonight, Dowling will be at Southeast Polk, and we'll have all 3 games on Iowa Catholic Radio. And maybe one of those will be simulcasting with CISN. For Johnston, their next 3 games, well, tomorrow, Johnston heads to Creighton University in Omaha. At 5:15, they will play Millard West, one of the suburbs of Omaha. And so a little non-interstate game, non-conference game. Johnston and Millard West, 5:15 tomorrow at Creighton University in Omaha. Then next week, the Dragons will be home against Valley on Tuesday night. And that'll be a coaches versus cancer night at the Johnston gym. And then a week from tonight, Johnston will be on the road at Ankeny Centennial. So that's what's coming up for them. Let's take a look at the scoring in this contest for the Johnston Dragons. They were led by 2 players in double figures. Aaliyah Riley with 15 points, no question our player of the game, leading Johnston. Jenica Lewis with 10 points. Amani Jenkins with 9. And then 3 points for Eileen Tankey. 2 points each for Avery Ryan and Jalea Knetz, and 2 points for Isabella Balsley off the bench for the Dragons. Johnston 3 of 4 at the free throw line. For Dowling, the Maroons had 1 player in double figures, and that was Ava Zediker with 15 points. She had 4 points at halftime, finished with 15. And then single-digit scoring for Dowling, Ellie Olson with 6 points, 5 points for Ellie Moeller, 4 points for Katie Moeller, and 1 point for Layla Tritton. Kaylee Klein and Macy Harnden off the bench with no points. Dowling went 7 of 10 at the free throw line. So the Maroons outshot at the free throw line. Johnston 10-4, but not enough to overcome a 15-point deficit in the second half. Johnston jumped out to a 16-6 first quarter lead. They outscored Dowling 8-7 in the second quarter. Dragons led 24-13 at halftime. Johnston outscores Dowling 10-8 in the third quarter. Then we had that extended third quarter with the delay here, about several minutes actually, and Dowling outscores Johnston in the fourth quarter 10-9, and the Dragons win at 43-31. So Scott Babinet, that'll wrap up our broadcast on the girls' side. Jimmy Cataldo set to come in. Any final thoughts before we talk to you next week on the road?
Not too much. Both teams, we didn't see the beautiful basketball offensively that we see usually from both these teams, but there's a lot. Both teams will be happy with the defensive effort, I think. Work on that offensive side. Dowling can definitely improve what they want to. Johnston just keeps pressing forward and doing a great job for the great team that they are.
All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break as we're between games. For CISN viewers, they will be entertained with their Fast Break show. And for Dowling Catholic, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back with our pregame of the boys contest between Dowling and Johnston. For Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale, our thanks to everybody who watched and listened to Game 1. And we'll be back after this 2-minute break for Game 2. And don't forget the Fast Break show on CISN, and we'll return to the Dowling Gym after that here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back at the Dowling Gym. Welcome back for Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader between Dowling and Johnston tonight. Mark Amadale now joined by Jimmy Cataldo. And Coach, thanks for joining us. We saw a very entertaining girls game. Two of the three of the top-ranked girls teams in 5A, and Johnston with the win, 43-31. And now the boys contest. It's Dowling and Johnston for the second time. Low-scoring game back in December over at the Johnston Gym, 44-40. Johnston defeats Dowling, but two different teams since the last time these two teams played just over 5 weeks ago, Jimmy.
Well, a little bit different teams. You got the addition to Treveri Cavill, who didn't play in Game 1 for Johnston, their leading scorer, and then for Dowling, Riddick Benton wasn't playing at that time. So both of those two advent into this game, but I don't think the styles change regardless of who's out there. If you remember from that game in December, I thought Johnston did a tremendous job defending Dowling, and Dowling showed frustration throughout the night, really got away from their game plan, and that's what a Courtney Henderson team's going to do. Is he's going to get his team to deploy and defend and defend you and work for shots and frustrate you throughout the night, and that surely happened for the Maroons. But if you remember late in that game, the Maroons really fought back, brought it down to 3. At that time, Joey Coppola was fouled on a three-point shot, had a chance to tie the game late with, I believe, 4 seconds to go. Didn't really come through with those free throws, and Johnston pulls away at the 4-point game.
Well, they certainly did, and now let's see what's changed. Obviously, you mentioned some of the personnel that changed, but Johnston also not playing with one of their seniors. Tay Proctor was a part of that victory last time, and he is no longer with the team. I know he's concentrating on football, so that's given an opportunity, and I think Tino Day has gotten the start, a 6'2 sophomore who we didn't see much. He came off the bench for Johnston. He, one of those guard plays, so we'll see how that matches up. You mentioned Metten did not play for Dowling as he missed the first 3 games of the season, so it'll be interesting how the matchups go and how this team gets up and down this smaller court. Now, I don't know if you were here, but we had a delay between the third and fourth quarter because I think combination of all the kids out there dancing, it snowed and some people didn't shovel their driveways and some that did use salt. I'm not going to mention a particular area of the south side that you live in, but it kind of affected to here because the kids are going out of bounds and they're bringing that stuff on the court, and and thus we had the delay. So I just want to throw that out.
I saw them when I got here. They had the delay. They were sweeping the floor. I thought that with all the popcorn they're giving away, maybe that entered the court and that had to come off. But
I noticed you didn't get yours either.
But interesting that that both teams left the floor. And they had everybody out here scrubbing the floor and really didn't understand why. But you can see as the entrances here at Dowling is very, very tight. There's really 2 main entrances from the south entrance, and you can see the residue from the outdoor salt and the grime getting on the side courts over there in the corners.
Yeah, no question about it, and we'll see how that transpires because a lot of it has to do with when the kids go out of bounds, they're going to track some of that in, but I think it had to do with the dancers that we had at halftime, all the kids that were out there dancing.
Blame it on the kids.
Well, of course, the parents.
Okay.
The parents. I'm not blaming the kids, the parents. I'll certainly do that, but what a crowd that was, what a performance it was. But, Jimmy, it's going to be a good game. The Maroons have been on a roll. As I mentioned to you before, Tuesday night when we were out at Waukee High School, Dowling now has won 4 of their last 6 games. Their only losses were to number 7 Ankeny, 79-77 here at the Dowling Gym before the Christmas break. And then a couple Saturdays ago at Iowa City West, ranked number 8 in Class 4A. Right here. Thank you, Mr. Vogt.
You get a bag of popcorn.
I do. I'll share this with you. But losing to Iowa City West, 57-55. A pair of 2-point losses to top 10 teams. The Maroons have knocked off some top 10 teams. Ankeny Centennial and last Tuesday night, Waukee. So the Maroons can hang with anybody. They've shown it, and they're on a nice roll here, winning 4 of their last 6 games.
Well, when you talk to Coach Einerson, one thing that he has talked about is in many of their losses that they've been into the bitter end, and they've lost 4 games by 4 or less points. What I think he needs to find out his team is to see if they can pull out a win in those tight games to really get a team to grow as you get deeper and deeper into the season, and hopefully get that experience that you can pull out tight games as you get into the postseason late in February.
For Johnston, they come in. They've won 4 of the last 5 games. They have not lost in the 2024 calendar year. They're 3-0, and we'll see how that all transpires. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back with starting lineups and tip-off between Dowling and Johnston. The Dowling boys with a record of 6-5. The Johnston Dragons with a record of 7-5 in Central Iowa Metro League play. Both teams come in unranked in Class 4A. We'll have the starters in 1 minute after this timeout here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Introductions and starting lineups being given on the floor by Denny O'Grady as he introduces the Johnston Dragons. And we'll do the same. Mark Hamadale, Jimmy Cataldo about ready to start game 2 of our doubleheader between Dowling and Johnston. And the Dragons will start this lineup at one guard, Prestige Taylor, a 5'11 junior. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Travari Cavill, a 5'11 senior who did not play against Dowling in the first meeting. Cavill is a 5'11 senior, and he'll wear number 3. And the third guard is number 10, Tino Day, a 6'2 sophomore for the Dragons. He'll wear number 10. And one forward, Jalen Richardson, their leading three-point shooter. He's made 22 on the year, a 6'5 junior, averaging 11.5 points. And Richardson will wear number 5. And at center, Dalen Houston, a 6'4 senior, averaging 7.5 points. He'll wear number 24. So it'll be Taylor, Cavill, Richardson, Day, and Houston for Johnston, who comes in averaging just under 57 points on offense and just under 55 points on defense. The head coach is Courtney Henderson in his first year. He's assisted by the one and only Nick Wagner, Justin Ruddy, Brandon Ely, and Robbie Smears for Johnston. For Dowling Catholic, they're going to go with the starting lineup they had last Tuesday night against Waukee. At one guard, the point guard, Joey Capola, 5'11 senior, wearing number 4. The other guard, Maddox Capola, his brother, 6'1 sophomore, wearing number 13. At one forward, Ryan Kleppe, a 6'3 senior for Dowling, wearing number 12. The other forward is Riddick Metten, a 6'3 senior, wearing number 21. And at center, Mr. Double-Double, Joe Broderick, 6'4 senior, averaging 13.5 points, 13 rebounds. Maroons come in averaging just under 61 points on offense and giving up just over 58 points on defense. Dowling's won 4 of their last 6 games. Johnston's won 4 of 5. That's the tail of the tape. Anything you want to comment on here, Mr. Cataldo? We are on TV tonight, so be careful.
I got to be sharp.
Be sharp.
You look at the last time Dowling and Johnston played in December. Dowling, I had down for 18 turnovers that night, so they have to limit their turnovers. Johnston's going to force a lot of contested shots, a lot of hard-nosed defense, but you have to limit your turnovers to stay in this game.
No question about it. Jumping for Johnston will be Dalen Houston against Joe Broderick. Broderick wins a tip, and Capola has in the backcourt. Thanks to our CISN crew, Jose Guzman right behind us, our producer, along with Aaron Bandy and Drew Reinhardt, our television operators. And here's Broderick at the free throw line. First basket good by Dowling's Joe Broderick, and it's 2-0 Maroons. I want to thank Brian Sweeney and the Iowa Catholic radio producer. Dowling coming out with a full court press.
Well, it's something we saw last game, and they had a lot of success with it. Just dictating the tempo of the game, and that's in any sport. You want to be the team that dictates the tempo, and that's what the Maroons have found in their full court press.
A little half-court press. They tried the trap. Johnson broke it nicely. Here's Taylor with it. Right side to Tino Day, guarded by Metten. Now the pass top of the key to Taylor, guarded by Maddox Capola. Dribble handoff to Jalen Richardson, and a landed shot off the glass. Good. They're going to count it. Didn't violate the shot clock, and it's tied at 2. Dowling and Johnston. Maroons underneath. Metten shot no good. Rebound Johnston. Dragons. Here's Tino Day in the lane. Kicks it out to Cavill for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Broderick and Dowling. Pace has picked up here. Mr. Cataldo.
Well, the press is going to do that. The quick shots are going to do that.
We got an illegal screen or a whistle and a foul on Johnston. We'll see.
Capola's trying to set screen, and it
Day will pick
looked
up
like
the
Day
foul.
was trying to fight through the screen and pushed off a little bit, drew the foul.
So that's the first foul of the contest on Johnston and on Tino Day. We're tied at 2. Jalen Richardson with the first basket for Johnston. And for Dowling was Joe Broderick. Dragons in a man-to-man. Here's Maddox Capola working against Cavill. Travari Cavill transferred from Des Moines Lincoln. Coach Anderson might know a little bit about him and his habits. Here's Metten with it. Fakes the 3. Gets Richardson in the lane. Now over to Capola. Down the lane he goes. In the corner goes to Broderick. Joe for 3. Right wing. In and out no good. And a rebound Johnston and Tino Day.
Nice look by Joe. It's something that he's been stepping up, taking throughout the years, those three-point shots, and not afraid to take them as a big man. Good look for him, and in and out.
Dowling drops back to their man-to-man. They pressed on that first possession that Johnston had. Now a long 3 coming. Up, good. Smooth shot that time by Travari Cavill.
Cavill averaging 15 points a game. Really lighting it up for Johnston.
That's his 17th made 3 of the year. Now Dowling on the baseline, drawing the foul as Capola was driving. And they're going to get Taylor with his first foul. Our officials, Dante Terry, Chad Shellmeyer, and Jeff Osborne, our three-person crew, did a great job during the girls' game, and they stuck around for game 2. Glad to have them. Here's Metten with it for Dowling. Working in the lane against Richardson. Shot off the glass too strong. Broderick, an offensive rebound to Capola. Fakes the 3 and now dribbles inside. And Maroons, with a brand new shot clock, will run their offense. Maddox Capola dribbling against Cavill. His shot off the glass, left it short, and the rebound out to the Dragons.
One thing the Maroons got to really focus on not getting into is an isolation type offense. Their movement offense seems to be so much better in an up-tempo game.
Cavill with turnover, Dowling with the ball, and they work it down court. They get it to Broderick, and his shot is no good, but he was fouled. And they're going to call it on Tino Day, his second, and that was a nice steal that time by Joey Capola. That started everything off, am I right?
Smart, yeah, Joey Capola, smart play. He's sitting in the middle. You know, second foul on Day. Looks like Bauer is going to come into the game. Bauer's a kid that came in and hit 2 big three-point shots against Dowling in the first matchup late in the game. Went 3 for 4 from the three-point arc. So Bauer is certainly somebody that the Maroons got to find outside the arc.
I remember that because it was such a low-scoring game. That was really the offensive spark we saw, and you mentioned those threes. And the second free throw rolls around the rim and falls through for Big Joe Broderick. He has 3 points. Averages 13.5 points, 13 rebounds does Joe, and shoots 84% from the free throw line.
And there's Bauer.
Back comes the guy you talked about, Alex Bauer, 6'3" senior with a 3 that's good, and it's 8-3 Johnston. Dragons by 5. They won the previous median back in December, 44-40 over Dowling. Here's Kleppe with it to Capola. Maddox with it, free throw line. Won't take it through. Here's Kleppe trying to ISO. Looking for Broderick underneath. His shot up, and it was blocked that time in midair by Dalen Houston. Rebound Johnston. Great block by Houston, and the Dragons with it. And they'll hand it off to Taylor. Over to Cavill. Top of the key it goes, and we switch it over to Richardson. Now in the corner to Houston for Johnston. Dowling stays man-to-man. We approach the 4-minute mark. Underneath, shot off the glass, up and good by Prestige Taylor. Nice athletic move by Taylor, and the Dragon lead is now 7.
The guards for Johnston are just so athletic and so good with the ball, especially taking the ball to the basket. Tough to guard.
Here's Kleppe for 3. Up off the back iron, no good. Rolls off. Rebound Jalen Richardson and Johnston. Dragons in the front court. They go left to right in their road purple uniforms, gold numbers. Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and trim. Dragons towards the north basket here at Dowling. Richardson in the lane tries to spin through a double team between Metten and Broderick and turns it over.
Good defense by Joe. Just keeping your feet square on the ground. Don't need a jump. Force the turnover on Richardson.
All right, 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 10-3, Johnston over Dowling. Metten for 3, left it short. Ball slapped around. Metten gets his own rebound. Now loses it into the hands of Richardson. Jalen, outlet pass to Cavill. He'll launch a 3, good, right in front of the Dowling student body. Travari Cavill with his 6 point, a timeout Dowling. And let's see if we got a
full timeout.
Full timeout, we'll take it with them. 3:05 left to play, first quarter. Johnston 13, Dowling 3. We'll return after this 1-minute break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym for Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Johnston boys leading Dowling 13-3. Here is Joey Capola for 3, and it's good. That's his first 3 of the night, 13-6 Johnston.
Big shot out of a timeout. Needed it badly. Maroons down 10 at the time.
Maroons set up their press. 7. Yeah, Maroons set up their press. Here's Richardson underneath. He's triple team. Finally gets the ball out. A long 3 coming. It's no good by Johnston. Rebound Dowling. And Cole Southard, who's in there for Maddox Capola. Here's Joey Capola with it in the front court for Kleppe. 13-6 Johnston. Kleppe pull-up jumper mid-range in the lane. No good with the left hand. Rebound Johnston. And the Dragons with it. Here's Prestige Taylor with it. Leaves it for Travari Cavill. Now coming off a ball string of Houston. Cavill for 3. It's no good. Kleppe with the rebound. Johnston's largest lead has been 10, and that was at the timeout. The Maroons answer with a 3 by Capola following that timeout. Here's Broderick with it to Kleppe. Over to Capola for 3, right wing, off the mark, no good. Rebound Johnston.
Johnston's doing a really good job finding the rebounders for the Maroons. Maroons have been really good with the offensive rebounds throughout this year, and they're finding a man on the blockout on every Dowling shot, not giving them two shots.
The Maroons are having trouble with Johnston's guards. They've been the quicker throughout the night. And now the Dragons isolate underneath. The shot no good by Jalen Richardson. He draws the foul, and going to the free throw line will be the Dragons. Foul will be on Dowling, and that'll be Riddick with his first foul. Team foul number 1 on Dowling here in the first quarter. Johnston with 3 team fouls. First free throw no good by Richardson. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us as we simulcast with CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Second free throw no good. Good hustle rebound by Metten. And Dowling with the ball. Richardson missing 2 free throws there for Johnston.
You see Carter Loney checking in for Johnston, 6'11", 6'11" junior. Be interested to see how his size does against a little smaller lineup in Dowling.
Well, he's going against Broderick right now. Joe has it on the left block, backs in, kicks it out to Metten. Riddick with it, trying to go through a double team, and he draws the foul. And one of those guys he went through was Carter Loney, and he picks up the foul. Loney with his first, the 6'11" junior. Averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds, has 11 blocks coming off the bench. One of the team leaders there. Non-shooting foul, Dowling out of bounds. That is the 14th foul on Johnston. Minute to play here in the first quarter. Kleppe back to Metten. To Broderick, left block, double team. Kicks it out to Capola. Joey guarded by Taylor. Over to Broderick, fakes the 3, now attacks Loney. Gets it out to Kleppe for 3, up good! They left him alone, and Ryan was ready for the 3.
Had his feet set, square to the basket. As a shooter, that's what you want. Good pass by Broderick on the dribble drive kick out.
For Kleppe, his 14th made 3 of the year, 25 seconds to play. 13-9, Johnston by 4. All right, Travari Cavill with it for Johnston, wearing number 3. Skip pass goes over to Bauer. They get it in the corner, a 3-pointer up and good. A foul on net, and the basket will count, and Johnston a chance for a 4-point play by Jalen Richardson. Wow.
Big shot by Richardson, and well contested by Riddick. His second foul.
And 1 free throw here for the, well, we can't call it traditional, it's the unconventional 4-point play. Free throw good. So Richardson with 6 points in the first quarter to lead Johnston. The lead is now 16-9, Johnston over Dowling. Maroons with Ryan Kleppe, Joey Capola, Joe Broderick, Cole Southard in there right now for the Maroons, and Riddick Benton. There's Kleppe. Tries a dribble, and now he's cut off. Dribbling baseline, loses it out of bounds. And it'll be Dowling basketball. as the horn goes off. So
They're not going
to put time on the clock. So we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Johnston 17, Dowling 9, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We'll be back with the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, starting quarter number 2. It's Johnston leading Dowling 17-9 here in this boys contest. Earlier tonight, it was the number 1 ranked Johnston girls winning their 14th straight game as they defeated Dowling Catholic 43-31 in a battle of top 3 teams in Class 5A. Underway here in the second quarter, Johnston with its first possession. Frankie Shainauer in for the first time tonight, 6'1 junior. His pass thrown away by Joey Capola. Capola lobs it to Metten, and he loses it out of bounds. Actually saved it out of bounds into the hands of Shainauer. And Frankie now in the front court. Dragons with the basketball. Here's Cavill underneath to Loney, and his shot was blocked, but a foul on Dowling. If this is on Metten, that's his third. We'll see. Nope, they're going to get Capola with the foul. Joey with his first foul.
Loney working really hard underneath to get position, had position throughout that early possession on Joe Broderick. He's going to be a big presence, 6'11", and strength.
First free throw good by Loney, a 6% free throw shooter. Dowling went 1 for 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. I have Johnston 1 for 3. I was going to double check that with you. I'm pretty sure it was. Second free throw good by Loney. So the big guy comes in and scores, and it's Johnston lead back up to 10, matching their largest lead of the night. The ball tipped out of bounds, and Capola lost it out of bounds. Jimmy, let's try to get our first quarter stats in.
Maroons 3 of 12 from the field, 6 total rebounds, 1 turnover. Johnston hot shooting 6 of 9, which included 4 of 7 from 3, 7 rebounds, 2 turnovers in the first quarter.
All right, Johnston breaks the press. Long corner 3, no good. That time by Alec Bowler. And a rebound out to Dowling. And here is Metten with it. Riddick gets it over to Kleppe. 6:45 to go, second quarter. Now a pass over in the corner. Hits the back of the head of Cavill, but Dowling retains possession, 20 on the shot clock. Maddox Capola in there, gives it to his brother Joey. To Maddox, coming off the ball screen. Now 10 on the shot clock. Maddox in the lane. Gets it over to Joey for 3 in the corner. Off the back iron, no good. Ball slapped around and comes into the hands of Alex Bauer and Johnston. Dragons the other way. Here's Cavill with it. Travari. And they're going to call him for an offensive foul. He pushed off with the forearm against Joey Capola. And on Cavill, that's his first foul.
I think that's what Schellmeyer see. You know, he does extend a little bit with his offhand, and with Joey Capola being square on defense, really induces that push off.
You know, you can have the armbar out, but it's got to be within your body, not extending, and that's what you saw Cavill do. So he picked up the foul. Now here's Kleppe underneath and draws the foul, and free throws coming for Dowling. Foul on Johnston, and they will say Bauer commits the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 2 on Johnston here in the second quarter. 6 minutes remaining. 19-9 Dragons, and Kleppe to the free throw line for Dowling. First one up and good for the left-hander. He's got 4 points tonight.
Interesting that the Maroons are sticking with Riddick Metten, sitting with 2 fouls. Hasn't really had him any time on the bench trusting that he'll stay without picking up that third, but that goes a long way and very aggressive game.
Second free throw by Kleppe, in and out, no good. Rebound Johnston and Dalen Houston. So for the Dragons, they have Prestige Taylor and Javari Cavill, 2 guards, along with Jalen Richardson in there. Underneath by himself, Houston, and he slams it home. They left him alone, and Houston with his first points of the night.
Great pass by Cavill. Houston got free. Dowling's overplaying the defense, and great look by Cavill.
Dragons with 11-point lead, and now a three-pointer good by Broderick. Joe with his first three of the night. He's got 6 points, 21-13. Now a steal by Coppola. Joey down court. Layup with the left hand, no good. Bodies hit the court. Outlet pass goes to Johnston. Here's Taylor with it. Underneath, reverse layup, good by Tino Day.
A lot of body on Joey Coppola's layup, but no call. As Johnson, as the official saw it, went straight up.
All right, here's Maddox Coppola with it for Dowling. Runs back to their starting 5. Joey Coppola, Maddox Coppola, Joe Broderick, Ryan Kleppe, and Riddick Metten for the Maroons. Here is Kleppe with it, number 12. 4:50 remaining here in the quarter. And now an offensive foul on Dowling with an illegal screen. I think they're going to get Metten for the illegal screen. And that'll be his third, and they do. So now decision time for Coach Einertson. We saw this earlier in the girls' game with the game started out with illegal screens both ways, and they're keeping it tight. You extend your elbows or arms, you're going to get called for it, which is the basic rule.
Hey, I think what Coach Einerson's saying is that you've seen a lot of contact throughout. To call something like that seems a little inconsistent, but I think it's still a good call by the officials. Riddick was not set on the pick.
Cavill for 3, and that's a logo 3. That's good. Javari Cavill with his third 3 of the night. He's got 9 points, 26-13. Johnston by 13. They've doubled the score against Dowling. Now here's Maddox Coppola for 3. It's no good. Rebound his brother Joey. Joey underneath. Little underhand scoop shot, no good. Offensive rebound Broderick. His putback no good. Rebound Richardson. And the ball goes out of bounds as Coppola knocked it away. 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Substitution now. Alex Bauer will check in for Johnson, number 33, replacing Jalen Richardson, number 5. Cole Southard checking in for Dowling, number 1, replacing Riddick Metten. Maddox Coppola goes out, and he's replaced by Dante Cataldo, number 2. So Dragons have doubled the score, 26-13, and they have the basketball. Left to right in front of us. Here's Houston with it. Got a monster dunk, and now a long 3 again. Up and good by Javari Cavill. That's 4 threes tonight. And a timeout on the floor, and this will be a full timeout by Dowling. We'll take it with them. 3:44 to go, second quarter. Johnston 29, Dowling 13, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Right out of the timeout, Dowling with the basketball. Here's Southard for 3, and it's good. That was a long-needed 3, and Cole Southard answers the bell with his 15th 3 of the year. 29-16, Johnston over Dowling. 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. Dragons had their biggest lead of 16, and now dribbling baseline and shooting and scoring is Tino Day, and he's had a nice first half rather. He's got 4 points.
Johnston continues their hot shooting throughout the night. It's going to make it real tough for the Maroons to get back into this as they continue to make shots.
Yeah, Cavill has 4 threes tonight. He leads all scorers with 12 points. Southern again for 3. It's no good. Rebound Johnston and Tino Day. He dribbles in the front court. Dribble handoff to Prestige Taylor. Taylor dribbles against Capola underneath. Block shot by Joey. Takes it away, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it'll be Dowling possession. As Metten back into the lineup for the Maroons, he'll replace Ryan Kleppe.
Well, he looks like he's going to play his cards, go with Metten, try to get back into this game as much as he can with Metten on the floor with 3 fouls.
Richardson set to check back in for Johnston, the next dead ball. Now Capola coming around the ball screen. It's stolen away. Here's Taylor with it. They work it underneath to Houston. Now they get it back out to Alex Bauer, who's back in there off the bench. Bauer already has a 3-pointer for Johnston. The Dragons now will work the shot clock down to 20. 31-16 Johnston. Here in this boys contest. Last time these two teams played, it was a 4-point win by Johnston at the Johnston Gym. Here's Cavill with it. His shot off balance, no good. Rebound Metten and Dowling. Riddick in the front court playing with 2 fouls. Underneath he goes, draws the foul. We'll get 2 free throws here, and the Maroons need to get something on each possession here. The foul on Tino Day, his 3rd. So
Johnston's defense has just been so tight that has caused some unorthodox shooting from the Maroons. Really manipulating shots around the basket the Maroons have, and they just got to find themselves with open shots, try to work off picks, try to work themselves into this game, but stay away from the unorthodox type shooting that Johnston's been forcing you into.
Dowling tonight, 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
5.
2 of 5 as Riddick Metten misses the first free throw. Second one on the way, and Metten eyes the glass, and it's good. So that's his first point of the night. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs, Bluffman International, and our thanks to Skeffington's Formal Wear. They have 5 locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Ankeny, Coralville, and Davenport. Skeffington's Formal Wear. Minute 45 to go here in the second quarter, 31-17. Johnston with the lead over Dowling Catholic here at the Dowling Gym. Halftime, we'll visit with members of the Dowling girls basketball team. So join us for that at halftime. All right, Johnston with the ball. Taylor lobs underneath the Houston on the right block, dribbles it out, and that'll be a shot clock violation against Johnston. So good defense that time by the Maroons. Let's see if Dowling can capitalize here.
Really
Jimmy.
good defense, and what the Maroons are getting caught up on is a lot of their switching defense, which they are doing consistent, is getting them into some mismatches that Johnston isn't seeing underneath. But the Maroons so far are doing a really good job, at least handling some guys that are mismatched. At that time, Dante and Richardson were up against each other, but Dante forced them back out into a bad shot.
There's Dowling with the ball. Cataldo gets it out to Capola. That's Joey with it. Now to Southern. Cole dribbles to the free throw line, cut off. Now to Metten. Riddick playing with 3 fouls, as is Tino Day of Johnston. Riddick jump stop, gets it out to Cataldo. 10 on the shot clock. Maroons running their dribble weave. Here's Riddick Metten with it. The head fake, can't get off the shot. Good defense and a closeout by Richardson. Long 3 by Capola, no good. And the rebound comes out to Richardson. Good defense by the Dragons. And now in transition, a long 3, no good by Cavill. And the rebound, Dowling and Broderick. Lid on the basket all of a sudden here, Coach.
Well, just unorthodox shots, and the Maroons thought they had less time on the shot clock than what they actually did.
Now Metten's shot off the glass, no good. Again, Richardson battling with him. Rebound comes out to Richardson, and Johnston with the ball with 20 seconds to go in the half, and the shot clock turned off. Dragons will try to play for the final shot. Here's Taylor with it. Prestige guarded by Joey Capola. Gets it out to Houston. Guarded by Broderick, and Maroons has some fouls to give, and Joe commits the foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. Dowling does have some fouls to give. They were just sitting on 2 team fouls. They actually are now with 3. So they have another foul to give with 5 seconds here. Let some of this clock go off and force them into a bad shot.
And kind of an offense-defense, if you will. Dowling on defense. 5 seconds remaining. Metten out of the lineup. And let's see. Maroons had too many players out there. It'll be Maddox Capola along with Nick Frericks. Frericks guarding Cavill, and Nick will pick up the foul.
Nick's got to see that, you got 5 seconds. You're still well beyond half court. Let a few seconds go off before you draw that foul. Right mind, but still had a little bit more seconds, so you could have let go off that time.
Now Cole Southern will check out for Dowling. Number 1 checking in will be Dante Cataldo. All right, down the lane, they get it underneath. The shot blocked out of bounds by Dowling. That was Maddox Capola with the block. And we go to halftime with the score. Johnston 31, Dowling Catholic 17. And alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as Dragons come out hot here in this first half. And let's see what kind of adjustments the Maroons make, Jimmy, before we go to break.
Well, we talked about it at pregame that Johnston was going to guard you. Johnston's guarding you tonight and really forcing Dowling into some bad shots. Dowling's got to continue to move around their offense, try to get some guys open, but don't get into shots where you're manipulating your shot because it's just not working for you. So continue to move, find open shots, but don't force into bad shots, which Johnston is really pushing the Maroons into right now.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with head coach Kristen Meyer, the Dowling Catholic girls head basketball coach, and one of her players, Ava Zediker, will join us as we will take a 2-minute break here on our network line, Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. And again, our halftime score, Johnston 31, Dowling 17. We'll return in 2 minutes here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Get up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Sierra 1500s. Up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 LTZ. Up to $7,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. And new 2024 Equinoxes starting at $26,490. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. Halftime score of the boys contest, Johnston 31, Dowling Catholic 17. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. We're on the simulcast tonight, Coach Meyer, CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. So don't let that intimidate you.
Not at all.
After, first of all, what a game between two of the top 3 teams in Class 5A that are ranked. What a crowd we saw here tonight. To support Dowling and, of course, Johnston. And, hey, that's what high school Friday night should be. 2 good teams going against each other. Yes, Johnston got you tonight. Congratulations to them. But, it was fun to prepare for a number 1 team, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And as you mentioned, great environment tonight. Big crowd. They had the little kids cheerleading thing at halftime, so that brought in a lot of, young kids and parents. We came in, we thought we had a good game plan, we prepared, and a couple things didn't quite go our way, but I thought defensively we played fantastic tonight.
Visit with Kristen Meyer, the head girls basketball coach at Dowling Catholic. Johnston 43, Dowling Catholic 31 in the girls contest. And there were some things you did well, but there were some things that Johnston did well, and they do that to every team. But you know what? You're the only team that's held them to like a 12-point victory. They have blown out everybody in the league. They faced that team out of Minnesota, Hopkins, at one time during their tournament. And
they're going to Nebraska tomorrow to play a Nebraska team.
Yeah, they're playing Millard West, I believe. Yeah, out of Omaha. 5:30 at Creighton University.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll make the drive over for that one.
Now, Creighton University. Oh, we got a smile out of her finally.
There we go.
Welcome to the broadcast, Miss Sedeker.
Thank you.
Ava, how you doing?
Pretty good. I mean, it was a tough loss.
Yeah, I know. And those are never fun.
No, they're not.
I know you don't like losing to your brother in anything, and I know you don't like losing to other teams. So let's just set the bar up here as we're on the live stream in radio. But what a challenge it was. You were out there battling. You know, I'll tell you what, I love watching Dowling play Johnston for many years. Coach may not. Neither does
I love it.
Babinat. You know, they got to prepare. But I'll tell you what, Aaliyah Riley, what a player. Is she on your club team?
She is not.
She is not? She does a heck of a job. She's like the straw that stirs their drink. And they got some talented players. Lewis, Tanky, Jenkins, you know, very talented team. I think she's the glue to that team. Were you guarding her tonight, or was?
I was guarding her.
Wow, she's a handful, isn't she?
Yes.
What did she make you do? Did she guard you?
Yeah, she did guard me.
Yeah, she didn't let you have the ball at times. Tried to. You found a way to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the most difficult thing about Johnston when you face them compared to other teams? Obviously, they have a lot of talent. D1 players, D2 players. Your thoughts on the preparation, Ava?
Well, I mean, they make it really hard to score. They're a good defensive team. I mean, they help very well. So it's hard to drive, and it's hard to score at sometimes. But, we just have to find some openings.
Okay, that's fair. Coach Meyer, what do you think about it as you digest the film here in the next day or so before you are off on 3 games next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday? Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we changed things up a little bit to put Ellie Olsen down low and Ellie Muller on the perimeter, and I think it just kind of threw us off a little bit. Johnston came out and pressured us a little bit more than we were expecting, so we had a few more turnovers just passing, slot to slot type of thing. But they defend well. It's hard to get to the rim. Ava got some buckets around the rim in the second half, but we didn't shoot well from 3. We didn't get to shoot a lot of threes. So I thought tonight defensively they did a really nice job. But like I said, to hold them to 43 points, I thought defensively we did a good job. They just had a few more points off of turnovers and in transition, which, when you have 24 turnovers, that's 24 times you're not shooting the ball. It makes it pretty tough.
Yeah, that's unorthodox for Dowling. You guys average about just over 10 a game. Johnston averaged just over 9 a game, and both teams forced each other into turnovers. So that's good defense both ends. I know it's frustrating for you, Ava, because you're trying to do something. Next thing you know, you're double teamed. Next thing the ball's popped away. So that's the defensive intensity that you bring and that they bring. So, hey, you move on. 3 games next week.
Yep.
That means you don't have to practice one day.
No.
We've got 4 games in 7 days coming up.
Yeah.
From Tuesday to Monday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were here before the game. We honored Ava for scoring 1,000 career points.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
young lady.
you.
Well
Thanks.
earned. You're not. She's just a junior,
Just
right?
a junior. We're keeping her another year and a half. You bet.
You got
She'll
1,000.
score another 1,000.
You got 1,000 points in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thanks.
Congratulations. I saw them go out there with you, but we weren't given anything by the sports information director at Dowling, so I had no idea what was going on. But you did have some milestones. Was it points, and then Ava or Ellie Muller had block shots?
Yep, she's up to over 100 career block shots.
That's amazing. How many did she have in practice, Ava?
Quite a bit.
How many on you?
I mean, not too many.
Not many, not many.
Not the last 2 years? That's awesome. Well, ladies, we appreciate you stopping by. I know it was a tough night. We got to hand it to Johnston and head coach Chad Jellick. They've earned it. They're number 1. Next time you see them, state tournament.
Yep.
I'm calling it right now.
We hope we get to play them a 3rd time.
In the meantime, you got a chance to see what they brought, kind of work through those things, and best of luck. We'll be with you next week on the road. We'll be road personnel, won't we? On that yellow bus.
Yep.
A lot. All right. Ladies, thank you. And best of luck as you take on Ankeny, Valley, and Southeast Polk,
Yep.
all on the road. We'll see you there.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Mark.
All right,
All right, thank you.
You bet. Kristen Meyer, Ava Zediker join us here at halftime. Halftime score 31-17. Johnston leading Dowling alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We'll take a 1-minute break and return for the broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on Waukee.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym, underway in the second half. Johnston leading Dowling 31-17. The Dragons outscored the Maroons 14-8 in that second quarter. Dowling ended up going 3 of 6 the free throw line in the first half. Johnston 3 of 5. We'll get our scoring and statistics when we get a moment. Johnston had the ball first, and they came up empty on their first possession, but Dowling gets underneath, and a shot up and good by Joe Broderick, who now has 8 points.
Actually, Metten on the shot inside the lane.
Oh, excuse me, Metten. Broderick, I was going to say, as we go to our scoring, but Dowling throwing that press on here, and a layup no good by Richardson, and a rebound out to Dowling, and here's Capola. As Metten now with his first field goal, he has 3 points for the Maroons. Here's Maddox Capola with it. Over to Joe Broderick. Maroons come out with the starting 5. Broderick, Maddox, and Joey Capola, along with Ryan Kleppe and Riddick Metten. Johnston starts Bauer here in the second half, along with Dalen Houston, Prestige Taylor, and Travari Cavill. And here's a shot no good, rebounded by Dowling. Capola for 3, it might have been partially blocked, saved out from going out of bounds by Broderick, right into the hands of Bauer, and here's Johnston with the ball. Taylor with it. 31-19 Dragons. We're underway here in the third quarter. Packed house here at the Dowling Gym to watch two of the top 3 teams in Class 5A girls basketball, and now to watch pretty good teams on the boys' side in CIML play. Taylor dribbles baseline, and they're going to call a jump ball. Maddox Capola and Metten tied him up. And it'll be Dowling basketball in the possession. Jimmy, let's take a look at the first half stats.
So tail 2 tapes, Johnson shooting lights out, going 11 of 15 from the field, which includes 6 of 11 from 3, 14 rebounds, 7 turnovers from Maroons. Ice cold, 5 of 21 from the field, which is 1 of 9 from inside the arc. 11 rebounds, 5 turnovers.
All right, here's a long 3, no good by Dowling. Rebound Johnson. Taylor underneath. And shoots and scores. He went through 3 people and scored. Taylor has 4 points for the Dragons. Prestige Taylor coming in, averaging 6 points, 2.5 rebounds. One of those quick guards for Johnston. Capola underneath. He has a shot deflected off his foot, not out of bounds, to the Dowling, or rather to the Dragons. The Maroons now will make a substitution. Cole Southard in, and Maddox Capola will sit down, and Dowling will press here, Jimmy.
You get really impressed with Johnston's overall defense and quickness, really causing a lot of frustration with the Maroons and their offensive sets. At that time, getting their hand in on Maddox Capola and forcing a turnover.
All right, here's Prestige Taylor dribbling out of Capola's shadow. They lob it inside to Houston on the right block. Turnaround shot over Metten, no good. Rebound Southard and Dowling. Cole dribble in the front court, under 5 minutes to play third quarter. To Metten. Metten has a mismatch, kicks it out to Broderick. Joe down the lane, pull-up jumper, good. Nice move by Joe Broderick. A head fake and a And a shot there, now pressed by Dowling.
It's a good decision by Joe. Oftentimes he's going to shoot that three-point. At that time, gets his defender in the air and then takes it in where he's more effective, which is inside the lane.
And now a 10-second call, but no, Dowling with the steal before the 10-second call. Metten underneath. His shot up, partially blocked, no good. Tip, no good. And a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Johnston as Kleppe got the tip and was fouled. That foul will be on Jalen Richardson, his first. And free throws coming for Kleppe. So Ryan, who has 4 points in the contest, will get 2 free throws here. First one up and good. Dowling 3 out of 6 at the free throw line in the first half.
Just got to find a way to chip away at this lead. Maroons sitting down 11, can maybe cut it down to 10. Just continue to chip away, work good possessions, and play strong defense.
Second free throw rolls off the rim, no good. And the rebound, Johnston. In the front court is Cavill. Travari, pass over, nearly stolen away by Kleppe, and a timeout called by Johnston. Courtney Henderson, Nick Wagner not happy. How much contact did you allow?
I think both defenses are playing really aggressive, trying to work steals and turnovers. And if you're Maroons, a little bit of desperation there.
We'll take a 1 minute break and return. 33-22, Johnston over Dowling. 4:15 to go, third quarter. We'll return in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
It's the Diamond Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Diamond Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. DiarmandAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my...
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling gym. Out of the timeout, Tino Day gets underneath. His shot off the glass, no good with the left hand for Johnston. Rebound Dowling. Nick Frerichs, the Dowling lineup, number 3. Gets the Cole Southard. 33-22, Johnston by 11. Dragons have led by as many as 16 in this contest. Dowling has whittled it down. There's Southard with it. Looking for a backdoor cut by Frerichs. Gets the Kleppe. Ryan over to Metten for 3. It's partially blocked. Kleppe with the rebound and put back. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Broderick. His shot no good, and a rebound out to Johnston. Maroons had 3 opportunities there, Jimmy, and couldn't get it to fall.
Good look. Metten's, I think, ball got deflected, but Broderick there for the offense rebound, just couldn't get it to go.
Dragons running their dribble weave, and now corner 3. Up and good by Travari Cavill. That is his 5th 3 of the night. He's got 15 points to lead Johnston.
Just lights out shooting that we didn't see Cavill in the first game, but getting a lot of him tonight and very effective.
Now here's Metten with it. Backs in against Richardson. Underneath, little scoop shot, leaves it short. Frerichs with the foul. It's no good. Metten gets it back. His put back up and good. He drew the foul. And it is banging on the boards inside. And Metten will go to the line. Foul on Johnston. And they're going to whistle it on number 24, Dalen Houston, his first. Metten for 2. First one up and good. Riddick tonight, 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Dowling was led at halftime by Joe Broderick, 6 points, 4 points for Ryan Kleppe. Cole Southard off the bench with 3 points, and Joey Coppola with 3 points in the first half for the Maroons. 1 point for Riddick Metten. Dowling was 3 out of 6 to the line. Second free throw rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound Johnston. Dragons' leading scorer was Travari Cavill with 12 points at halftime. He now has 15. 6 points for Jalen Richardson. 4 points for Tino Day, and a long three up and no good by the Dragons. Jalen Richardson rebound Dowling. Tino Day with 4 points. Dalen Houston and Carter Loney with 2 points for Johnston. Alex Bauer off the bench with 3 points for the Dragons, and Prestige Taylor with 2. And now a whistle and a foul on the Dragons, and Joey Capola going to the line.
Joey with just 3 points tonight. You know, he's certainly having a little bit of frustration with how he's being defended, which is really well by Johnston, but haven't found any open shots. Hit a big three earlier in the first quarter, but haven't found anything open since.
Prestige Taylor with the foul. That's his second. Capola misses the second free throw. He has 4 points now. It's 36-24, Johnston by 12. Prestige Taylor in the front court. Keep in mind the first time these two teams played, Dowling was without Riddick Metten. Johnston was without Travari Cavill. Now the Maroons in transition. 3 by Kleppe is no good. Rebounded by Carter Loney. Outlet pass to Johnston. Here is Taylor with it. Out to Cavill. He's double teamed. Ball out of bounds. And it'll be Johnston basketball. And a substitution now with Maddox Capola returned to the Dowling lineup. He'll replace his brother Joey Capola.
See Nick Wagner jumping up, contesting.
All right, Dragons inbound the ball. Here's Cavill with it, guarded by Ryan Kleppe. A little bit of length. Oh, Cavill goes right around him. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound into the hands of Frericks. He loses it, but out of bounds. It was poked away by Taylor. And Dowling will have it. It is it's survival of the fittest, huh?
Every shot is being contested. It's a lot of strength. You got to play at or above the rim at any point. But it seems like the officials over there were talking to the Johnston student section. But
all right, we're underway.
Play on.
36-24, Johnston. Minute 40 to play. Frericks with it over in the corner to Riddick Metten. Gives it to Broderick. Fakes the three. Now leaves it for Metten for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Frericks offensive rebound. Maddox Capola, head fake, won't shoot it. Now gets to Broderick for 2. It's no good. Rebound, Maddox Capola. Dowling with its third possession here and a brand new shot clock. Maddox Capola, guarded by Taylor. Johnston stays man-to-man. 20 on the shot clock. A minute left to play in the third quarter. Johnston by 12. Long possession for Dowling. Let's see if they can get something out of it. Here's Riddick Metten underneath. His shot blocked from behind by Loney. Put back up and no good. And a whistle and a foul, and out of bounds it'll be Dowling basketball.
The Maroons are really attacking the boards here in the second half. 12 rebounds on total here in just the third quarter. And here's some emphasis that was talked over at the halftime. Get a little bit tougher underneath the boards and try to get second shots. And the Maroons are definitely finding their second shots here in the third quarter. Just nothing going down.
All right, Jalen Richardson will check out for Johnston. Checking in will be Alex Bauer, number 33. He's got the assignment on Riddick Metten. Frericks inbounds it to Broderick. It deflects off Broderick right into the hands of Riddick Metten. Maroons with a brand new shot clock. Metten jump stops in the lane, shot off the glass, no good. Drew the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2, and the Maroons are just attacking the glass with their offense, as that foul will be on Alex Bauer, his second for Johnston. Team foul number 5 for the Dragons with 40 seconds remaining. Maroons will shoot 2 the rest of the quarter. Metten at the line, eyes the bucket, free throw good.
Maroons are definitely getting to the free throw line. That's free throw number 13 for them. Only converting 7 of them so far here in the game.
We've got a stoppage of play, and I think they're going to take Broderick out of the lineup. He's going to go with a shorter lineup here. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs, Blessman International, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw good by Riddick. So he is now 4 of 6 at the line tonight. 36-26. The Johnston lead is now 10. Dragons have led by as many as 16 in this contest. With 30 seconds remaining, 24 on the shot clock. And now a little scoop shot underneath, no good by Taylor, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Dowling and Nick Frericks, his second.
Maroons just really have not had much of an answer for Cavill throughout this game, and his dribble drive and ability to get to the basket, and then his athleticism to get up as high as he does just really causes a lot of issues so far tonight for the Maroons.
Cavill's first free throw is good. That is his first point other than a three-pointer. He's got 5 threes tonight, does Travari Cavill. Substitution for Johnston. Dalen Houston checks back in. He'll replace Carter Loney, who was in there. So the 6'11" Loney will have a seat on the bench. Cavill's second free throw, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 17 points to lead Johnston. 38-26. Now, corner three is no good. Fight for the rebound. And Johnston comes away with it. Everybody's scrapping around. Here's Houston for three. It's no good. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling, and 3 free throws coming for the Dragons. Foul will be on Joey Coppola, his second. Team foul number 2 on Dowling. The Maroons have fouls to give in the final 10 seconds of the third quarter, but they trail by 12.
Coach Irerson's over there just really asking questions about the contact that was absorbed by Maddox on the dribble drive, but much like we saw in the first half, you know, when they go straight up and the contact that happens, that they've let it play. It's just a frustrating thing when you're taking the ball, you're being aggressive, you're taking the ball to the basket, you're trying to convert, and you're not getting the calls.
Second free throw no good by Dalen Houston. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. We appreciate their support along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Third free throw is good. So he goes 2 out of 3 does Houston. He's got 4 points. 40-26. The lead is now 14 for Johnston. 2 seconds remaining. Maddox Coppola for 3. Good at the horn. Maddox nails the 3, and that's his first 3 of the night and his 6th of the year. So we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Johnston 40, Dowling 29. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale will return to the Dowling Gym for the fourth quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Johnston went 4 of 5 at the free throw line in that third quarter. They're now 7 of 10 for the ball game. Dowling went 5 of 8 at the free throw line. They're now 8 of 14 through 3 quarters. We'll catch up with the rest of the statistics when we have a break. Johnston with the ball. They work underneath. The shot up and no good by Houston. Gets his own rebound, and they did not reset the shot clock. So he must have came up a little short on it. Here's Cavill with it. Over to Richardson for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Houston and Johnston. Ball stolen away by Maddox Coppola, and he got that big 3, and now gets a steal here. He got the big 3 at the end of the third quarter. Foul will be on Jalen Richardson, his third here, Jimmy.
Well, so far through 3 quarters, Maroons are 8 of 35 from the field. 23 rebounds, 12 in that third quarter alone, 7 turnovers for Johnston, 13 of 26 from the field, 20 rebounds, 9 turnovers.
Dowling back to their starting 5. Maddox and Joey Coppola, along with Riddick Metton, who has the ball now. Joey Broderick and Ryan Kleppe, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. And now Metten dribble drives, is cut off. Now kicks it out to Joey Coppola. 10 on the shot clock. Joey in the lane. Leaves it for Metten. Riddick for 3. Good! Right in front of the Dowling bench. And that cuts the lead to 8.
You're going to need a few of those here in the third quarter. Got to get some stops as you play defense.
And a long 3, no good by Alex Bauer. Rebound Dowling. Here's Kleppe with it. Maroons trail by 8. They get it underneath the Coppola, or rather Broderick. He jump stops, slips, and shoots the ball, but it's no good.
Just an opportunity gone missed by the Maroons. Had the position, and Joey just got a little out of balance on his jump stop.
This will be a full timeout called by Johnston. We'll take it with them. With 6:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter, it's Johnston 40, Dowling Catholic 32 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
It's the Tiamat Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Tiamat Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. TiamatAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And welcome back to the West Des Moines Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. Glad you could join us. Friday night high school girls and boys basketball. Earlier tonight, it was the Johnston girls defeating Dowling Catholic 43-31 as the Dragons now 14-0 in girls play. And that snaps an 8-game winning streak for Dowling. The Maroons fall to 10-4. Here it's Johnston now with an 8-point lead and a steal by Coppola. Johnston's lead is 8. It's been as many as 16. Dowling in transition. Metten for 3. It's up off the back iron, over the backboard, and no good. It's a dead ball once it goes over the backboard. And the rebound out to Johnston. They'll have it with 6:05 to go. The Maroons got one more run left.
Had such a good look there by Riddick, and just a little bit long on the shot. The Maroons are playing good defense. Good steal by Coppola on the last possession.
Dowling
turn those into points.
Yeah, Dowling outscoring Johnston 12-9 in that third quarter. Let's see if they got enough to make a run here in the fourth quarter. Coppola will pick up the fouls. He reached around Prestige Taylor and Joey with his third foul. So Joey Coppola with 3 and Riddick Metten with 3 for Dowling. For Johnston, Jalen Richardson, Tino Day with 3 fouls each. Are the only Dragons in foul trouble with 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Johnston, here's Tino Day. They run their guard weave, if you will. They try to get it over to Cavill, and it's nearly stolen away by Maddox Coppola. Maroons are trying to double team when they can, Jimmy.
Yeah, a lot of their defense has been switching on picks, and right now they're trying to fight through picks, stay with their guys, as that has caused some mismatches when they've been switching.
Here's Richardson, a spin move underneath, and now he loses the ball, and Kleppe comes away with it, and they're going to call a jump ball. Dowling wanted a timeout, couldn't get anybody's attention. All in the possession will be Dowling.
Yeah, the Dowling coaching staff wants a foul on that, but it's been very interesting how much they have let the game play through contact.
Here's Maddox Coppola with it for the Maroons. Dowling back to their starting 5. Maddox and Joey Coppola, Ryan Kleppe, Joe Broderick, and Riddick Metten. Now a little backdoor cut by Dowling, and Kleppe couldn't handle the pass by Joey Coppola. Now a long 3 in transition, no good. Cold shooting by Johnston all of a sudden. Dalen Houston misses the basket. Rebound Dowling. Here's Broderick with it. Joe gets it out to Maddox Coppola with 4:45 to go. Johnston by 8. Maroons have trailed by 16. They're cut it in half. Now Maddox for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound Taylor and Johnston. Dowling's record 6-5, Johnston's record 7-5, and we got a timeout on the floor. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with Johnston leading Dowling 40-32. A reminder, other games going on tonight. Waukee is at Waukee Northwest. That game being broadcast on CISN. Southeast Polk at Ankeny, Urbandale at Valley, and Ankeny Centennial has the night off. For Dowling, our next broadcast will be 3 games next week. Are you up for that? 3 games on the road? At Ankeny, at Valley,
I may have to get my rest.
Huh?
I may have to get my rest. But some good games next week.
Yeah, at Ankeny, at Valley, and at Southeast Polk. I think you're going to have trouble getting in at Ankeny and Valley. I'll put a good word in for you. Southeast Polk, no problem with you.
Rose, I mean, he's...
Yeah. You talk to the management there. For Johnston next week, they're at home against number 2 Valley in boys play next Tuesday night. And then next Saturday, they travel to Waukee Northwest for a tournament on Saturday the 27th. They take on Iowa City Liberty for their second game next week. So the Dragons with just 2 games next week. And they'll take on Iowa City Liberty Saturday, January 27th. That's 3 o'clock. That was just announced yesterday. And I thought I'd pass it along for the Johnston fans that listen. There's Johnson with the ball. And a pull-up jumper by Day at the free throw line, no good. Cold shooting again by the Dragons. Rebound Dowling. Maroons we sat on the score for quite a while, Jimmy, and it's just been a lid on both baskets.
Well, the Maroons' defense has been effective. It's just they're not converting on the offensive side.
Now whistling a foul before the shot as Metten drew the foul, and that'll be on Richardson, and that'll be his 4th.
For as poor shooting as you had tonight for the Maroons, I mean, you're within 8 points of this game. You're getting your stops. Got to start converting those to points. Maybe knock this down to 5 with a 3-point shot here.
Here's Metten in the lane, draws contact. Shot blocked by Richardson. Rebound Johnston. Strong move by Benton, but an even stronger move by Richardson as he blocked the shot. The Dragons now want to take time off the clock. Here's Taylor with it. Dribble handoff to Cavill. Guarded by Capola. Foul situation, Dowling with 1, Johnston with 2. Underneath, Cavill shot no good. Rebound Broderick. Empty basket, empty possession again for Johnston.
You got to find points on this possession if you're the Maroons.
The ball
find a play that you're going to get maybe a backdoor cut, overplay a little bit of this Johnston's defense, which the Maroons have shown that they can do in some of their offensive sets. But you got to convert some points here with 3:20 left in the game.
You know, even though Johnston's had a lid on the basket, they still played tremendous defense. It's really, even though Dowling had a little run there. Now Maddox Capola draws the foul, and that'll be on Cavill. So Travari with his second. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Johnston here in the 4th quarter with 3:16 remaining.
With as much contact that's going on, I think you hear a lot of the disdain of the crowd saying that they're going to call a foul on that. But, you know, as the game gets tighter, it gets closer to the end, officiating gets a little tighter with it.
Now Maddox Capola underneath, and his shot no good. Rebound Kleppe is put back up. Good! Hey, we got a basket. It's been a while. And it's Ryan Kleppe with his 7th point. 40-34. Johnston by 6. 2:55 remaining. 4th quarter in the CIML matchup. And now Kleppe ties up Richardson. And a timeout called. It'll be a full timeout by Dowling. We'll keep it here. 40-34. Johnston by 6, We'll take a full timeout. We'll take 1 minute break along the network lines here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym here in the 4th quarter. Dowling's outscored Johnston 5-0, so that lid's been on the basket for the Dragons. The Maroons have the basketball after forcing a jump ball on the last Johnston possession. 40-34, Johnston by 6. Here's Capola for 3. Good! Maddox Capola with his second 3 of the second half. It cuts the lead to 3, and Johnston with a 3-point lead.
It's a big 3-point shot. Again, cutting to 3 a little over 2 minutes to go.
2:15 remaining. Here's Cavill with it. Down the lane he goes. Kicks it over in the corner for 3. Up, in and out, no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. They say went off of Maddox Capola. But jumping in there was Jalen Richardson strong. And it'll be Johnston basketball on a brand new shot clock.
That's an interesting call. Looked like Richardson came in pretty hard and
yes, he did.
Knocked the ball out. But
all right, Dragons inbound the ball. Taylor gets it to Richardson, and a foul called. Dowling has fouls to give. That is their second foul, and that'll be on Kleppe. That'll be his first.
Yeah, you could take a little bit of chances on defense to see if you can cause turnovers when you're sitting now just 2 fouls. You have fouls to give. You know, the Maroons just got to stay composed. It just seems like a lot of the calls, a lot of the body has really caused them to get a little out of composure a little bit. Just got to get composed and play this game. You're within 3.
8-0 Dowling here in the fourth quarter. That lid's been on that Johnston basket this whole quarter. Minute 40 left to go, 18 on the shot clock. Here's Taylor with it. Dribble handoff to Cavill. He's guarded by Capola. Goes around Capola. Layup good. Nice move by Travari Cavill, and he's got 19 points.
Tough to stop. So crossover caught up Maddox.
Metten for 3, and it's good from the top of the key, and a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here as Riddick Metten with his second 3 of the fourth quarter. It's 42-40. Johnston's lead is 2. It was 16, and Dowling has battled back Jimmy.
The game just seemed like has been nowhere near the kind of game that Dowling wanted to play. The physicality of it and everything that's gone into this game. But you look at the scoreboard, it's a minute 24 to go, and you're within 2 points of this game, feeling that you might be able to steal one here. Again, got to be composed here. You can get very emotional. This team's a very emotional team. They all got to be composed, play strong defense, play through all the emotions of contact, and see if you can get good possessions both defensively and offensively.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Klein Electric. We appreciate their support in our 47th year of broadcasting Dowling Catholic High School sports on Iowa Catholic Radio, and tonight simulcasting with our friends at CISN. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. Minute 10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Johnston with the basketball. Dragons now, a long 3 coming by Richardson is good, and all of a sudden the lid is off the Johnston basket. Richardson with 9 points. The lead is 5 for the Dragons.
Big shot by Richardson.
Dowling going with their starting 5. Both Capola brothers, Joe Broderick, Ryan Kleppe, and Riddick Metten. Here's Broderick, Capola underneath. Maddox does a spin move, but before the shot, a foul on Johnston, and this will be on Cavill. That'll be Travari's third.
Team foul number 4. So next time, Johnston fouls, Dowling will go to the free throw line. Main part of this game.
Joey Capola will throw it in, and the ball is kicked out of bounds by Prestige Taylor. So Joey will throw it in again with 46 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Johnston by 5. Dowling in hurry-up mode. Here's Broderick with it. Gets it to Metten. Metten guarded by Richardson. Bodies up. Kicks it out to Kleppe for 3. Up and no good. And the rebound out to Houston and Johnston. Maroons got fouls to give, and they may want to use one. Now they get it underneath, and a shot up, and good. Almost slipped out of Houston's hands, but he made it, and it fell through. Houston with 6 points. Now a corner 3 by Dowling, no good by Joey Capola, and that might do it. Rebound Johnston. And the Dragons are going to sweep the regular season series 47-40. Johnston with the win on the road over Dowling Catholic. Congratulations to head coach Courtney Henderson. And the Dragons win game one 44-40 back in December, and they win this one 47-40. So who would have known the common denominator, the game was going to be in the 40s.
Right? But it comes down to such a margin of error that's just so tight. The Maroons had it within 2, and then Richardson hits this, or Rogers hits a. It was Richardson hit a huge 3 to push it to a 5-point game, and then Maroons come down on offense, don't get a great shot and convert, and then the thing just gets away from you. But as poor the shooting as the Maroons had in the first 3 quarters, they really bounced back here in the fourth, really pushed this into a tight game. Just a lot of little mistakes that and that margin of error is just so tight, and then things just get away from you. But Maroons battled back, big shooting, defense on both sides was very, very intense throughout. Just let this one just slip through and come away with a 7-point loss.
Final score in the boys contest, Johnston 47, Dowling 40, and in the girls contest, it was Johnston defeating Dowling Catholic by the score of 43-31. So doubleheader sweep for the Johnston Dragons here at the Dowling Gym. We'll take a 2-minute break along our network lines, come back, and we'll do a quick post-game show, and we'll do one more segment for our TV side, and then we'll do another segment with our radio side. So stay tuned for the post-game show. Again, the final of the boys contest, Johnston 47, Dowling 40. Dowling's record now falls to 6-6. Johnston's record improves to 8-5. We'll return alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadale here on CISN and the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It's the Diamond Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $13,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondAuto.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
I got 8 of 14. Free throws are down 8 of 14. Johnston 7 of 10.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym as we move to our post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. This will be our final segment on CISN, and we'll have one more segment on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Hamadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. It was Johnston Dragons with a doubleheader sweep tonight from the Dowling Gym. In the boys contest, it was Johnston defeating Dowling 47-40. And in the girls contest, Johnston 43, Dowling 31 in the battle of number 1 and number 3. And Jimmy, what a night we saw. We saw Johnston go cold until the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter. Maroons overcame a 16-point deficit, cut it to 2, and Johnston ended up winning by 7. But it was an exciting finish. Maroons kind of dug themselves a hole they really couldn't recover from, but they tried. And Courtney Henderson's team, you know what they were consistent with? defense the whole way. Their shots didn't go in the fourth quarter, but their defense carried them through.
You look at the season averages, the Maroons are averaging 60 points a game, and Johnston's averaging just over 56 points a game. And in both matchups that these two teams have faced off on, both games have been held into the 40s. Dowling in both games, the first game in here and the second game, 40 points in both games, which is 20 points less than their average. And Johnston, scoring 47, which is about 10 points less than their average. So defense is really the name of the game when these two teams match up. And officials let this game go, and a lot of physicality, a lot of contention throughout. But I thought they were very consistent on both sides. I think the contact on both sides of the courts were had by both teams, and the officials let them play.
Well, you want to do the statistics, or you want me to do scoring first?
Let's run by the statistics. And for the Maroons, Maroons shot 12 of 40 from the field, which included 8 of 26 from three, which is 30%. 28 total rebounds and 9 turnovers for Johnston. Johnston shot 18 of 36 from the field, and 27 total rebounds, 12 turnovers.
All right, in our scoring for the visitors from Johnston, they had one player in double figures, and it was Travari Cavill with 19 points. He knocked down 5 3-pointers and 1 2-point basket and 2 free throws for his 19. He was followed by Jalen Richardson with 9 points for the Dragons, 6 points for Dalen Houston. And rounding out scoring for Johnston, Tino Day with 4 points, Prestige Taylor with 4 points, 3 points for Alex Bauer off the bench for the Dragons, and Carter Loney with 2 points. Johnston 7 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons had one player in double figures, and that was Riddick Metten with 12 points. He had 1 point at halftime, finished with 11 in the second half to finish with a game-high 12 points for Dowling. He was followed by Joe Broderick with 8 points, 7 points for Ryan Kleppe, 6 points for Maddox Capola, and a pair of 3-pointers in the second half. 4 points for Joey Capola. Cole Southard off the bench for Dowling with 3 points. And that rounds out the scoring for the Maroons as Dante Cataldo and Nick Frerichs came in the contest and did not score. Dowling 8 of 14 at the free throw line. But how about the second half? Dowling, Jimmy, trailed 31-17 at halftime. They outscored Johnston 12-9 in the third quarter to cut it to 11 going into the fourth quarter. It was Johnston 40-29 at the end of 3 quarters. The Maroons outscored Johnston 11-7 in the fourth quarter. The Maroons were up on an 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter, but the Dragons hung in there. Their defense prevailed, and Dowling was forced to put up shots. But they did cut it to 2 before Johnston won by 7.
In the second half, a big part of it is rebounding. I mean, the Maroons came into the third quarter, had 12 rebounds in the third quarter alone, and so a lot of emphasis was to get tougher probably at halftime as they talked. They had to get tougher on the boards. They got the rebounds. The shooting just didn't materialize in the second half. They did get some second shots. Free throws were big in the second half to cut the lead down to 2, but when they needed the basket or stops the most, they couldn't get it, and you hand it to Johnston and working the ball around. I thought Cavill just played lights out, and Richardson hitting that big 3 late in the fourth quarter really put this game away.
Yeah, it wasn't many points for Johnston in the fourth quarter, but that was a huge one by Richardson. Well, we're going to wrap up our broadcast, at least on the TV side, with our live stream from CISN. We want to thank all their folks back there, Pete Tarb here, along with producer Jose Guzman, Aaron Bandy, and, of course, Drew Reinhart. We thank them as we're going to sign off on the CISN sign. We'll take our final break here on Iowa Catholic Radio also. Again, the final score, Johnston 47, Dowling Catholic 40 on the boys' game. The girls' game won by Johnston 43-31. Dowling boys' record falls to 6-6. The Johnston boys improved their record to 8-5. Our thanks to everybody involved on CISN, and we hope to see them next week. As for Dowling, the Maroons are on the road next week at Ankeny on Tuesday, at Valley on Thursday, and at Southeast Polk next Friday. For Johnston, they're home against Valley on Tuesday, and then do not have a game next Friday, and they travel to Waukee Northwest for a 3 o'clock matchup next Saturday, January 27th, against Iowa City Liberty. So our thanks to the CISN crew. For Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell, so long on CISN. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.